So I'm really bad at starting these. So
That's okay.
just like a rip.
If I go to make a video, it takes me like 45 minutes to finally press go.
Yeah, it's rough. But yeah, welcome to the Narnar and Friends show.
Thanks.
I don't know what episode number it is, but I think you're actually the first guest I've had where I don't like. I've never spoken to you before. So
Yeah,
this is
I
interesting.
I'm a serial dodger, so
no, no. I mean, like I've like everyone I've talked to so far, I've like hung out with them in Disc or whatever. So I'm
Mhm.
like, I don't know. So yeah, thank you for coming on.
yeah. Thanks
I
for
have
having me.
John sent me this meme to open with from your Twitter,
Oh
I
yeah,
guess,
that's a banger.
which I fucking loved because I played Og for a while. I still play it sometimes,
Mhm.
but oh Corey, it's been 5 seconds since you've had to do anything. Can you pull the far pack, call kicks and stops on it? Make sure you rescue the dumb priest, tail swipe the second cast, spatial for timber, Zephyr the third mechanic. After that, pull next back and kick in star.
Dude, that's literally what my life was like for TGP. It was the entire every day I was
I bet.
Frosty's. I did everything. I had to
Holy shit.
call everything, pull everything. It was rough.
Yeah. That's it. It's like obviously I never did like crazy high keys, but I remember like playing in Dragonflight. I played with a group of people kind of regularly for a little bit,
hmm
and like the jobs just kind of pile on slowly for the
Yeah,
AUG.
because
They're
it's
like,
not really
oh
doing
well, you
anything.
could, yeah. But the thing is, it's kind of like if you, I don't know, like at a job, if you have like 5 minutes to spare, and you're like at like not in WoW, but like at like a job or something
hmm
or anywhere, you're like, oh, I have like 5 minutes. You need help. Everyone's like, oh, you can help, and then
Yeah,
they start giving you, and you're just like, I only have 5 minutes. And
yeah,
there's only one of me. But AUG felt like that sometimes.
yeah.
Like Halls of Atonement first pull, or no, not Halls of Atonement. I'm sorry, Halls of Infusion. Um, I'd have to like rescue someone onto a little bench and then
Yeah.
stay there so someone could Wernstone to
hmm
me, and then I have to kick this mob, and then I have to like a pressing or a deep breath.
And then you have to get
And I was
down, and then you have to
yeah,
stay down
you
and
have
be
to get back up.
useful. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a tail swipe. That I'm like, I can't get on the dude. Jumping on that little bench was so fucking hard. I would like Wernstone to
There was a
someone
lot
who's
of
already
keys.
up there.
Yeah, there was a lot of keys where we are just like, just go it again because I'd miss.
Yeah. And then we were looking at my VOD one time to like figure out why we wiped. And the mage was like, why did you wait so long to breath there? Like, I combusted and you're just like jumping around doing random shit. Like, I need you to breath earlier. I'm like, I got like a checklist,
Yeah,
man.
I got a lot of stuff to do before I
Like,
can
I'm
do what you
busy.
need.
So funny. So I thought that was great. That meme was perfect.
Yeah.
And then I also have from John this his question that he submitted.
Okay.
TFT streams again when?
Never.
What do you miss about living in San Fran?
It was really nice there. Like it's a very beautiful place, and all my friends are from there. My family's from there, but
Oh, nice. You grew up there?
yeah, I was born there. I lived there until I was 21. I've been here in Texas for like 4 years now.
Nice. That's what's up. More WoW-centric topic, less of a question. His opinion on how multi-classing / playing multiple roles helps with perspective and awareness in M+. Good question.
I think it's good that if you play like a lot of classes, because then you have a deeper understanding of like how to approach everything. I guess like you can make a better plan
Yeah.
or like understand how to like fix problems for your teammates because you already fixed yours. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And then I guess multi-rolling is like, being able to understand why or how a tank's going to be able to pull something, or like when your healer needs help or things like that.
Mm-hmm. Or like what kind of threat they're gonna have based
Yeah.
on like what buttons they pressed or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Yeah, I like that. I play a lot, or I guess yeah, you don't really know me, but I play like a bunch of alts at like a medium to low level.
Mhm.
So I do like 12s through like I did my first 17 on my AUG the other day,
Nice.
which is kind of fun, but that's like the highest that I've ever even like attempted this season.
Mhm.
But I heal and tank like around like 14, 15ish usually, like whatever the equivalent of that is. So I have like a medium understanding of
Mhm.
a lot of specs. So it helps me when I play with people, especially if they re-roll to something. I can I like what you're saying. I kind of get a feel for like what they're trying to do, or like I've healed it on some level, so I kind of know when they're going to be struggling, when they're not. It definitely helps a lot
Mhm.
to multi spec or
Yeah.
whatever.
for sure.
So you usually play Boomy? I know you as a Boomy, but I feel like I've seen you play a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so I've been playing Moonkin since Wrath when I was like 9. And then
Nice.
any season where it's good, I'd like to play it, but if it's like
Not always
not a
possible.
Moonkin season, then yeah, I'll just play whatever's good.
That's cool. So it turned into Og for a couple seasons, I guess, there.
Yeah, so I was playing Og for Dragonflight 1, and then I played both Boomy and Og last season.
Oh, nice.
I played like Mage and Shadowlands season 2, even though Boomy was okay. I end up re-rolling to Mage every season for Raid at this point. So it's just like,
Oh, okay.
it's convenient when it's a Mage season because it's already geared.
Nice. Mage is cool. Mage seems like hard. I can never get good at Mage.
I always thought it was hard, and then
Yeah.
I don't know, it just like clicks one day, and then randomly it's like the chillest class. I don't know. I really like playing my Mage.
Damn. Maybe I have to. One of the seasons, I'll be like, all right, it's gonna be like my main alt or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I just get so distracted. Like I can't just. I don't know. I've talked about this before. But I can't like tunnel and just do like my role. I'm like very like annoying and nosy, and I like being like. I don't know. Like if I'm in combust, I'll like decurse people or like blink away and
you
kick
can't
something.
do
And
that.
yeah,
You
like
gotta
you literally just cannot.
I hate playing Fire and Keys because I turn into a demon. I press no barriers, no defensives. I'm doing no
Yeah.
stops. I got combust to press.
But that's like how you have to do it. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
The last couple days, I started playing my Destro lock. It was like 590 item level or whatever. And I was like, fuck it, I'll play this in a few keys. So I did like a 12 yesterday. I got him up to like 640, something like that. And I'm doing like no damage, but I'm playing greedy as fuck.
Yeah, dude, that's
Like,
how I feel when I
no,
log on
I
a new
can't do
alt, and then
this.
I say, "Why didn't you heal me?" I died to a one shot, and it's
Yeah.
like, "Why didn't you help me here? You should have known. I'm
Mhm.
500 eye level. Help me out, man."
Yeah. I used to play it back in Shadowlands when it was like insane that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Or a couple seasons, I don't know. But
Uh-huh.
so I have some like deep muscle memory that I didn't even realize. Like I started like mortal coiling to like heal myself during rot, and I'm like, oh yeah, that heals.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's just like
sick.
my fingers just hit the buttons.
Yeah.
Dark Pact is fucking crazy.
Dude, I wish
Like,
that Pact
just-
was like a little bit better than it is. I had this realization
Really?
like this season when I was playing my lock to gear
Oh
it.
shit.
I wish that it was
Uh-huh.
like, I don't know, designed differently somehow.
Hmm.
Like more like the DK one maybe, where you like sack your health.
What is the DK?
Or it's not you sack your health, you like take an absorb shield instead, and then you get a shield the same way you do for Pact. It'd be nice because
Interesting.
every time that I want to like press Pact, I am like deterred by the fact that I'm full health and I feel like I don't need the shield. Unless it's like to live the one
Oh.
shot, but like I'd rather shield after I've started taking the dam, because then my healer has a chance to catch up.
That's true. I guess, yeah.
So I went from thinking
don't know,
Warlock was the most
I-
broken thing ever when I was playing it in Shadowlands to thinking, damn, this
Mhm.
spec kind of needs some help.
Oh no, maybe it's like a medium key thing because like most of the keys I do, like you're really not gonna die to much.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like I can kind of just unless you have like no gear.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't really do keys where I get like one shot by anything. So being able to like pact 5 seconds before something, like and then my health goes to 30.
Mm-hmm.
I mean I played it for like 2 days. I don't know.
No,
why
I
I'm
mean it
talking
is
about
nice.
like I
It's
know it,
super
but-
nice for like living one shots. I think Lock's OP
Yeah.
for that, but it's just like against
Mhm.
Rod, I was like, this class like needs help.
Yeah, that's true. And then I realized I have Drain Life keybind, and
Apparently
I'm
that
like, hitting it.
thing's
I'm like,
good
does this
now.
do anything?
Apparently
Is it?
it's good. I
Okay.
haven't pressed it, but
I pressed and I lived. I didn't know if it was the healer.
someone in my
or
guild
if it
was
my
telling me
Drain Life.
yesterday or the other day that it's like 10% of your health per tick or something now. I was like, that's not
What?
bad. But like,
Holy shit!
I'm like super averse to pressing it because for all the time I played Lock, it's like a piece of shit button that nobody
I
cares
remember
about.
it's like a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people are like, "Don't press it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But I pressed it. Just it's key bound to something. I don't even remember what. But
Yeah.
like my hand knows, and I was just like,
My
I'm
hand
Drain Lifing. I live. It was insane.
yeah, I
So
don't know.
maybe it is
Apparently
good.
it's good now. I haven't pressed
Okay.
it.
Shit, that's good. Destro kind of pumps though, like in AOE. Like
Dude, I was having a ton of fun. I was playing it this
Yeah.
this season for we were playing it in Cinderbrew for MDI and it was actually sick.
Oh no shit. Okay. Yeah.
It was actually
that
so
makes
much
sense.
fun.
Cause I have like no fucking gear, and we did like the first pull of Floodgate, and I was like 620 or 630 or something, and I'm like beating a Moonkin that's like 680.
Yeah.
In like a random
Dude,
12.
it's
I was like,
so
dude, this is
sick.
nuts. And then single target, I don't know what the fuck's going on. If you have to move at all, I just want it
It's
to
over.
die.
It's over.
I swear I went like 12 seconds, like casting nothing.
Yeah.
Like starting a cast that fuck no.
Uh,
First boss Rookery. I wanted to jump off and
Dude, yeah,
AFK.
it's rough with no gear because your chaos bolt's like 7 seconds long.
Oh
Like, what am
my
I gonna do with
God.
7 seconds of my life?
It's so crazy. The only cast I could do was like that free proc one. Like,
Yeah,
you know, it's like
Yeah, yeah.
hasted. I was like, oh, nice. We're
Yeah,
getting
it's
the
now my
chaos
time.
bolt off. Yep, yep. That was crazy. Yeah, Lock was good. I don't know. It's a fun vibe. Maybe I'll play it a little bit. We got one more. How'd you get into WoW? What made you choose Boomy? And how do you stay interested in WoW over after? It sounds like a negative question, but I don't
No,
think it's meant that way.
that's actually a good question. So I got into
Okay.
WoW because when I was a kid, I was like 4 years old or something. Okay, I saw an ad for Toontown or a commercial for Toontown, and I was like,
Ooh.
that game looks sick. I want to play that. So I downloaded
Nice.
Toontown. I played the first day of the 3-day trial. And then the second day, I had to go to my grandparents' house, and they lived like 3 hours away. And so I didn't get to play all the second day. And then the third day I played, and then it ran out. And I was like, Mom, I really want to play the game. Please help. And she's like, no,
Yeah.
no, no. I was like, please, 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 please. And she's like, okay, fine. So she buys me a Toontown subscription because I missed a third of my trial. I mean, that's a lot to a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
And
It's a
so,
big percent.
so like she was watching me play, and then I went to bed, you know, and then I woke up the next day and there was like a new tune on my account, and I was like, oh, that's weird. And so my mom started playing Toontown, and then my dad started playing Toontown, and then my dad got a second computer so that he could play at the same time as my mom, like together. And then they met some people who like had kids my age, and then like they were playing Toontown together for like a year, and then they were like, hey, we're gonna go try this new game, it's called World of Warcraft. And my parents were like,
Oh,
oh, okay,
shit.
let's go see what that's about. So they went to start playing WoW, and then I was like, oh, I want to play that, that looks cool. And my mom was like, no, 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 you can't play that, like there's blood, it's violent, you can't play that.
Oh my God.
And then my
Yeah,
dad played
I
it a
guess
bit,
so.
and he was like, yeah, you can play, it's fine. So I started playing. I had like a human warrior named Knucklehead. That was my first character when I was like 6 years old. And
That's
then
awesome.
I had a night elf hunter, and I never even made it to 60. You know, like I wasn't even close. And then
Right.
that's how I started playing. And then in BC, they were like in a guild, and there was this guy, and he played Boomkin, and I thought that it looked cool, so I was like, I want to start playing Druid. So I started playing Druid, and then in Wrath, when I got my own account, I just like turned into a Druid main, I guess, because we needed a healer for raid, because I used to raid with my parents in Wrath through like
Okay.
Legion.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, it was sick.
like,
It
play
was
with your family?
so good for me because I got to stay up late on school nights. You know, I got to play as much
hell
WoW
yeah.
as I wanted because, oh, look,
You're
I'm
like,
getting
listen,
ready for
I'm the
raid.
druid. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
so I started playing Boomy because there was like, you know, there's some 2 heal fights, there's some 3 heal fights. So I just play Resto on 3 heal fights. And then I guess it just stuck. That's just what I kept playing. And
That's
then
cool.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is about the class. It's just like that it just feels good. I like it. I'm usually like a classic hater, but I'm like excited for Mop Classic because that's my favorite iteration of the class. Like it's super sick. All the tier sets are fun.
Nice.
And
That's
then
cool.
I don't know, for interest, it's just like it comes and goes. Like this season, I'm super interested in playing because the season's actually really fun. Like the dungeons are all really good. There's no dungeon. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this shit. But
Right.
there's some seasons where I log in and I log out. Like I don't want to play at all. I show up for like a couple days a week to like a couple hours of keys just so that I remember how to play the game, and then I log out.
Right.
I don't think there's like any secret to it. It's just like if the season's fun, I love to play, and if not, I just go play something else.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
These are some good questions. This is a really good idea.
Oh, thanks. Unfortunately, those are the only ones that people sent in. I do have my own. I have my own little notepad
nice.
up over here. I also realized WoW was running in the background this whole time, so I had to close that. If you saw me clicking around. Okay, so on my list, I have shout out to Jonathan for helping set up the episode. I already asked that.
Yeah, shout out Roll.
Show Jonathan. Yep, big Rule win. I actually met Rule in Florida. I went on a cruise the past 2 years, like the same cruise both times. And met up with him at Universal and hung out for a little bit.
That's
it was
awesome.
pretty fun.
Yeah,
I met him through. I don't know if you know LaRoque, Leanne.
Vaguely, I know of her
Marvel.
through him. I think.
Yeah, met him through that
Mhm.
friend group. Where'd you grow up? We kind of covered that. What are you studying in school?
So I am a finance major now.
Oh, sick.
I used to be a computer engineering major when I lived in California, and then when we were moving here, I was like taking a year off school to
Mm-hmm.
like wait for in-state tuition, and then I was like, this shit sucks. I hate it. I don't want to do this anymore. So when I was before I went to school the first time, I like wanted to be an economist because I thought it was really cool. It was actually
Mm-hmm.
I got into it because I thought the auction house was really cool and I liked looking at how like trends in the auction house worked. And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like I think they have one of those in real life, the auction house. So
I think I could pay my bills with this shit. Hold
yeah,
up.
yeah. So and then I was like, well, economists don't make shit, so I guess I'll be an engineer like
Mm,
everyone else. And then
there you go.
I hated it. So then like I wanted to keep doing stuff with math, but I also didn't want to like do the rest of it. And I wanted to do
Mm-hmm.
stuff with economics, so I picked finance.
That's cool. Makes sense. It's a good. It's fun how it's like this kind of like the auction house.
Yeah.
I could kind of see this. Yeah. Also, I have noted so Rule sent me a mix that I guess you sent him or told him about. It was
Uh-huh.
this Boris. I don't know the last
Boris
name. It was-
Brescia. Uh-huh.
yeah, that mix is sick. The one
Yeah.
Circle
Uh-huh.
or for Circle
I'm a
or
huge
whatever.
fan
I
of
listen
his.
to
I
that
like all of
sometimes.
his stuff.
Yeah, that's a nice. I throw that on if I need to like lock in for
Uh-huh.
a few keys or something. I'm like,
That's
it's
good
go
stuff.
time. Something about that type of music and like video gaming, it's like perfect. I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
everybody
like,
makes fun of me. They're like, you listen to the same song, same sound all day, and it's like, no, man, like
no.
you just don't get it. You just don't get it.
Yeah, every now and then I have like playlists every month. I make a new one and I drag my favorite songs on, and then I also have just my liked songs.
Mhm.
And every now and then I'll do like the highlights. And I'll just
Yeah,
play
I
the
started
liked
using my
songs.
liked songs a couple of years ago as like a if I
Mm.
listen to other people's playlists and there's things I want to steal out of there and put in mine, and then
Mhm.
it's just like a huge mess of everything. But it's
It's
good.
good.
It's a
Mine's
good
like
feature.
200 songs or something, and so you just shuffle it and you're set for a while.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. That's what I have there. Okay. So now in the gaming chapter, that was chapter 1.
Oh,
I don't know if
shit.
you realized.
Oh, my
Welcome
God.
to chapter 2. No, I don't know. I'm still figuring out how to structure these. I like to start more with like a couple IRL things because most everyone I talk to plays WoW. So I'm
Mhm.
like, we could talk about WoW for like fucking forever. But
Yeah, I got a
I
lot
don't
to
know.
say about
I
WoW.
like to hell yeah. So which was the first TGP you played in?
Okay, so the
Or have you done MDI like the old format? Because I only remember
So
you from
kinda.
TGP.
I
wanna
did,
say.
um,
Okay.
there used to be this thing called Keystone Masters, which was like MDI Lite. It was like a
Oh.
community run event where they got TR access and like it was basically a for fun thing.
Yes. Okay.
So I did one of those in BFA season 3, 4, must have been 4.
Were you playing Boomy?
No, I was a healer back then actually because Moonkin was so bad in
okay.
BFA. I was a healer main.
Gotcha.
And then we like tried to do MDIs before that, but never like qualified because reasons. And then in Shadowlands, I tried to do an MDI and Trell. I don't know if you know Trell. He's retired
Mhm.
now.
Yeah.
Him and I were doing it, and then his appendix blew up in the middle of practice, so we just
Oh,
kind of
shit.
chopped it.
I think I remember that happening.
And then we were
I'm
gonna
not
do
like friends with him, but I
Mhm.
made a few of his YouTube thumbnails like years and years ago,
Uh-huh.
and I did like one key with him.
Yeah,
but
Trell's a sweetheart. I love
know
that
of
guy.
him. Yeah, he's like the very, very, very nice guy.
He's a great guy.
We love
Um,
Trell.
And then in season 2 of Shadowlands, we tried to do it. It was like me, Frosty, Timber, and Psycho, and Smacked tried to do it.
Mm.
And then that fell through because we like started. It was like the main week of practice. It was the very first TGP is like over Thanksgiving weekend or something. So everyone was like, "I'm not home," and then
yeah.
I'm too hungover, and then I was like, "Okay, nobody wants to do this."
Yeah.
And then they had an MDI the next season. I didn't play. So I guess Shadowlands 4, I played with Trell, was
Okay.
the first one that I like did, and we got out of time trials.
Nice. Wait, what was the team name? Was it like old or something? Or old?
Yeah, it was
Or
old,
was it a different
because
team? Yeah,
I was
okay,
the
I
youngest
do
guy on the
remember
team.
them.
I was like 22 or something, and then everyone else was like in their
You're on
30s.
a team called Old.
Yeah, everyone else was like in their 30s, except like I think Cry was like 26 at the time or something.
Okay. That's cool. And how do you feel about Because personally, as a viewer, I think I like the TGP more
I think the TGP
because
is so much better. It
it just
showcases
makes
so
more
much more. It
sense.
makes more sense. Like it's more relatable, right? Like what do I care about
Yeah,
these guys doing a dungeon in 3 pulls
right,
on
right,
a
right.
12? Like I don't really care.
Exactly. I think MDI the old style, I think makes more sense if you don't play the game at all and
Yeah.
you just want to like see some crazy shit. I don't
Yeah.
know. But as someone who plays, you're like you're watching them pull like 40% count onto like a Waycrest boss, and you're just
Yeah.
like, this is like I might as well be watching like a different game sometimes.
I think
Though
it's
there is
cool
some really
like
cool moments.
yeah.
I don't know. I go back and forth, but as a viewer, TGP, I'm
I
like
think that the problem with
way better.
MDI is like you have to have such a deep understanding of like how M plus works to be able to like do these
Mhm.
pulls because just watching it, it's like, oh, they pulled some mobs on the boss, cool.
With Blizzard nameplates too.
Yeah,
So
it's
all you
like
see is just
so
like
abysmally bad.
there's just like a pile of mobs,
Hmm.
like like it just looks weird, yeah. And then from the player's point of view, they're like strapped to the back of a rocket ship, like screaming the
Yeah,
entire time,
yeah,
like insane intensity.
they've got a different nameplate color for every single mob. They
Yeah,
got
yeah.
1900 different trackers,
Mm-hmm. That's
and
insane.
and
I
then
know, because
the guys casting are like, yep, they're doing some mobs on the boss. Like, yeah, they sure
yeah.
are.
Yeah. Yeah, so I definitely like that one. And then so you were on Dratno's guild team as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
right?
that was
That
the team
name
I did
makes
the
me
best
laugh
with.
every time. It's
Yeah,
so funny.
I was a huge. Well, okay, so we started out as 4 of us
Mm.
from our guild, and then we had Frosty, and then our Shadow Priest Wes, he had to do some real life stuff, so we had Forgy swap and got Cryptics, but yeah, it was just like no one could come up with a name. Honestly, the hardest part about doing events is coming up with a name that doesn't suck.
Yeah, I feel that. I actually met Forgy in a key, or 4G, I thought it was called, but I guess Forgy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 2 people. And the other person was like, "You've never heard of this guy? He was in," like, they were just like memeing in party
Yeah.
chat, like he was a TGP competitor.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh wait, I know you. Yeah, I remember your name
At the
from
start
that."
of
And he was all like embarrassed, like, "Shut the fuck up, guys."
yeah, at the start of the expansion, he was like real strapped for gold, so he was doing sales through like
Mm.
this thing, and he
Oh
was like,
shit.
"Yeah, I was a TGP finalist," like, and then he'd get an invite instantly every time. It was like, "Hey, that's
Hell
actually a pretty
yeah.
good strat."
Yeah. It's like putting Liquid Raider in
Yeah,
as
I'm a
you apply to the
liquid
plus 10
athlete. Let
weekly.
me in.
Yeah. Yeah. So what X Pack did you start in? We already covered that. Classic, right?
Yeah, yeah. It
But
was like
not
a
like
year
till level
after
16. Yeah.
the game came out.
Word. So then I have another note here. So I was listening to your appearance on Titan Forge from back in the day.
Oh wow.
As like prep to be like,
Uh-huh.
Fill out the vibe, see what kind of questions I come up with. And you guys were like, I realized how much the game has changed
Yeah.
because you guys were talking about like Cosmic Flux and like legendaries
Oh,
and Corthia
man. Yeah.
and like all this crazy shit. And I was just like, oh my God.
I forgot about
Remember
that.
when we would have like Torghast and like
Dude,
you'd have to the same dungeons all expansion, like
I
don't know,
actually
kids
like
these days
playing the same dungeons all expansion. I'm not
Really?
gonna lie. Like I actually like that we're playing so much of the same dungeons this
Hmm.
expansion. I think that's part of the
Okay.
reason I'm like invested in it. Because you don't have to like
Oh.
relearn a new key every 6 months. Like
Yeah, that
I
makes
take
sense,
the time to
actually.
learn 8 keys and then I go do 8 new keys and I never see those ones again. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, actually, I feel that.
And then I saw
I guess it depends on the dungeons, maybe.
Yeah, it does. Like if these were 8 bad dungeons, I'd be like, please just like cycle these out. But I mean,
Right.
they're actually good. This expansion, they actually did good.
Yeah, I like a lot of the new dungeons for sure.
I saw a tweet the other day that said something about how Torghast was better than Delves, and I was just like, I don't know, man. I seem to recall having to log in to do Torghast every single week to get a legendary because if I didn't, I would blow my head off because I'm behind forever.
Yes, but the thing is, delves aren't like that. I guess like there's no gun to your head like get in the fucking delve before midnight. Like
yeah,
you,
like
you don't
if
go
you're
to
not
bed
there
until
before
you do your
reset,
delve.
you're done, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, you just
shit.
zone in and do 5 minutes of delves and you get your belt and you leave, and it's literally over today.
Yeah.
Like today is the
Mhm.
last day you have to do that. So I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what people are bitching about.
I like it more. But I think if they swapped and it was like instead of doing the delves for the belt, you did Torghast, there might be more people that are like, this is kind of fun as a mini game. Like if I didn't hate Torghast with my soul because I felt like it was such a chore to do, I might have been like, hey, let's do a Torghast for I don't know whatever you do.
I remember doing
but
Torghast on like alpha, and it was actually fun. Like
Really?
There was like
Huh.
it was just like a side mini game. Like you went up like a bazillion floors. It was actually fun. Like you got super OP, and then when it came to live, it was like, yeah, 6 floors. You're not that strong.
Hmm.
Get in there or miss your legendary forever. And it's like, okay, like I'll
Yeah.
go, but I don't really want to.
Right. I feel like that's why I don't know. It kind of tainted the memory for me. Whereas delves are like, if you want to do it, you can.
Yeah,
And then this belt, which was very quick and easy. Like I usually don't do a lot of side quests or anything like that. So I was like, I might not even do the belt, but I was like, I'll do it. It's
yeah,
fine.
it may as
Same
well.
thing with the corruptions. Like I like that they make these things like you want to get it if you're playing a lot, but if you're
Mhm.
not playing a ton, like Rule asked me, he's like, shit, do I have to do these corruptions in this belt?
No,
I'm like, honestly, no. Like if you're just logging in, you're doing a key or like 4 keys for vault or whatever, just do your keys. It doesn't like who
I
gives
mean
a shit.
it's worthless content anyway. Like it's gonna be gone
Mhm.
next patch. So no, you don't have
Yeah,
to go do it. It's like,
exactly.
why would I go do it?
Yeah, but I like that that's the answer. Like I think they kind of found something good there where it's like there's something to do if you want to squeeze 1% more out of your
Yeah.
tune, but like if you're just doing a couple keys, it's fine, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, the game has definitely come a long way. We got multi-specking we kind of talked about, aug meta. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Do your thing. Also, if you need to like take a break or get up and use the bathroom or
Yeah,
anything,
so
just
I
let me
was
know
like,
and
I'm
I'll,
looking
like
at this
pause.
like light shining on my forehead, and I'm like, I have a ring light sitting in front of me I could turn on, but then it's not plugged
Oh
in.
yeah.
So like, oh, give me one
If
sec.
you want to
Yeah,
take
give
it,
me a
yeah,
sec.
do your thing. I'm gonna go. I'll grab some water real quick.
We're good to go.
We got Corey 2.0
Yeah.
ready to go. Where was I? I was just looking over my notes on my other monitor. Okay. So we kind of talked about AUG. Did you enjoy the AUG meta period?
No. Kinda.
No. Okay.
It was
I
like
liked it, but I didn't do like keys like you, so I think I'd be burned out. Maybe if I was in your shoes.
it was
on
like
it.
I liked it because I liked having like the control of playing Og and like being
Mm,
in the spaceship and calling everything, doing everything. But then I also don't like another slot is locked in. Like
yeah,
I don't know. I just felt
that's
like it was
fair.
kind of boring.
Yeah, makes sense. I liked it because I'm kind of like I'm like I play at a casual level, but I play a lot, so like I tend to know a little like tips and tricks for everybody. So I like having the extra brain space to be like, hey, you could freedom like I'll like
Yeah.
call a freedom
Mhm.
from someone else onto someone else that like if I was playing something where I had to be locked in, I wouldn't notice that, and then
Mhm.
maybe we'd die. So I kind of like doing that stuff,
Yeah.
but playing it for like seasons straight and having it be like locked in was kind of shitty.
Yeah. If I
I
had to
actually
play
think
it,
this season it
Mhm.
feels kind of good. Like
yeah, I
feels
didn't play it at
almost
all this
balanced.
season, but I feel like
Mhm.
if I had to play it every season, all the time, like this season has been really nice because I
Yeah.
kind of just recline in the keys and like do my rotation and I press my stops when they ask me to. But it's like if I
Mhm.
had to actually like play Og and like 8 hours a day, I'm fucking okay. Stop
Yeah.
this, call this, stick, kick this, do this. And I'd be so tired. I feel bad for my tank.
Yeah. Does it feel like I've noticed just from watching people's streams, like I feel like the kicks and stops have like escalated so crazily.
Dude, it's really bad. They did that change
Yeah.
for like less
Brutal.
so that you'd have to stop less, but it turned into you have to stop way more because everything
You have to
recast. So
stop
instead of
every
doing like
second of every
yeah,
pull.
instead of
Yeah.
doing like okay, here's a stop, and 10 seconds later here's a stop, it's like
Mhm.
okay, you walk into Priory and it's like okay, we're gonna beam, then we're gonna go through
Yeah.
every CC in the game, and if beam's not back, we die.
Yep. Yeah, it sounds intense.
It's
Like
rough.
just the entire Discord call is like, all right, Chaos Nova. All right, Grip. All right, this one's mine.
Yeah.
All right, now it's you.
Okay,
Something
now
I did
Mage
notice
do
watching,
3, and then I'm gonna do
yeah.
2, and then you're gonna do 1, and he's gonna do
Mhm.
2, and it's like
I was gonna say I like the way that you call when you do your stops. I do this sometimes too, but I never really noticed that other people do it. Is like if you have to, you say 1 and then 2, or
it's
like
really nice because then people
Yeah.
know that you're done and like what to expect,
Exactly.
and then it's like I don't know. People
Mhm.
that just do their stops and don't say anything, I find it really like counterproductive.
Yeah.
Not counterproductive, but it's just like there's a lot more you could do to be helpful, and all you have to do is like one syllable. That's all we're asking.
Yeah, and it even especially now with the change, like it griefs people pretty hard because say there's like some kind of volley cast that needs to be kicked,
Mm-hmm.
and then someone just randomly like leg sweeps right
Yeah.
as you're like about to kick it. Now your kick's on CD, and now it's like, all right, now we need to chain stop this
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah. They made it
So it
really
can actually
bad.
be like counterproductive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish that they would go back on that.
I
Or
do too. I think it's more
honestly,
fun when like I don't know, if the packs were like less deadly and it was like this, then it'd be fine. But the fact that like you miss one stop and you lose and you do 45 seconds of stop straight, it's like, okay,
yeah,
when do I get to have fun?
I I don't know how hard this would be for them to like code or whatever, but I feel like they should, when you stun a mob, if it's casting, the cast should like stay and it just goes back to 0, but the
Mhm.
cast bar is still there almost. So say you like tail swipe, it would still be casting, so then that kick wouldn't be griefed. Maybe, I don't know. There's something they could
Yeah,
do
but
to
then it's
like
like that promotes like
maybe too
playing
easy.
DH and Moonkin even more because now you have to like have these silences
Mm,
or kicks. I mean, if they make the kicks not spam cast, then it's also like fine.
hmm
Like that could work.
Yeah, some of the bolts are like crazy,
Yeah.
or maybe they could like cap it at like 15 or something, like the damage from bolts or whatever, because it feels bad to just like get hit by like one bolt.
Mhm.
You're like
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
Something
There's
something
like
there
there's a lot they
feels
could do.
different.
It definitely
hmm
feels different. I remember like the only time I had to call like chain stops during Dragonflight was like the pull in Azure Vault where there's like the 4 guys that throw frontals. Like you'd have to do 4 in a row and then you get like a
Yeah,
breather and then you do 4 in a row. But then it's like
yeah.
now it's like you are calling stops nonstop all the time, every dungeon.
hmm
It's
Yo,
rough.
that dungeon, I would heal like low keys on my Resto Druid, and I would talent into Maim,
Mm-hmm.
and so I had like a third stop for that specific
Beast.
pull, and it felt so good.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, all right, I forget if it was Maim first or Roar first. One of them, I think Maim's like 24 maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna Maim this, and then I'm gonna Vortex Knock, and then I'm gonna Roar, and then I have Maim back.
Yeah.
But it
It
felt
was
so
sick.
powerful.
It was great. And then now it's like if you took Maim, what are you gonna do? Stun one guy out of 4,
Yeah,
5,
for
7
like a couple
mobs?
seconds.
Yeah.
Like it's pointless. He's just gonna cast again anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough.
For sure. This season does feel like awesome though. Like honestly, I thought last season was like maybe it was just like a transition period where like everything just hurt a lot, or the tanks got hurt a lot. I
Mhm.
don't know. This season feels like really good though.
I think the dungeons
enjoy
last
it.
season just kind of weren't good. Like you're playing City of Threads, Grim Batol, like
Oh god.
none of these
yeah.
dungeons are really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody even liked
Grim
Grim Batol
Batol.
back in Kata, and then they brought it back, which is funny. I don't know. There was like an announcement video or something this season, and they were like, "Oh, sorry
Mhm.
about Theater of Pain." It's like, well, if you're sorry about it, then don't bring it back. Like you already know nobody likes it.
Wait, what? They
I'll
said
see if
sorry?
I can find it. Yeah,
Huh.
I'll look
Yeah,
for it
if you
later.
can. Okay. Yeah, I could throw it in the editing as well. But also resilient keystones. Are those bangers, or if you're at your high level, does it become like I see a face?
I think it's I think I'm really mixed on them, okay? Because
Mhm.
I think resilient keys are cool if you're at your cap, like playing with a team, and you're like,
Mhm.
okay, we have resilient like 19s, okay, and we know we can do the 20s, but like we can't one bang them. It's nice that you never have to really
Yeah.
do homework, and you can like get residual points and practice the route on 19, and it's like a meaningful practice, I guess, because
Yeah, it's
like
close enough where it's kind of
it's like
practice.
you can kind of emulate what it's going to be like. But if you had to do like the way it used to be was like, oh, we have the 20 and now, oh fuck, we lost. Okay, we'll go 19. Oh, we lost because we made a mistake.
Just
Now we're in
start
18 and it's
spiraling.
like this is the most
No one's
like
taking
now
it
this key
seriously
doesn't
'cause it's
matter
an
at all
18.
because
Yeah.
what do I learn from doing a key 2 levels below? And then
Mhm.
like you practice it and you go faster, you get a couple points. That feels pretty good.
Yeah.
But I
and
think
the
that
cooldown timings are different. Like
Yeah,
the lower you go.
yeah, it's a mess. So I do think that they're good in that regard, but I think they're really bad in the way that like I'm using them right now. Like I'm giving my friends a title because my key can't deplete, so we'll just do my
Right.
key until we win. And it's like,
and there's like a pressure of like, if people know, not saying you, but like someone that has Resil X level, whatever, and everyone knows, and they're trying to like, yo, let me
yeah,
get in for a couple
yeah.
of those. And you
I
feel
mean, there's a
bad
lot of
maybe,
donating
and-
going on between friends, which is
Yeah.
fine. Like everybody can play the game how they want, and like
For
I
sure.
think it's fine, but it also is like kind of shit. I don't know.
It's like better than the alternative, 100%.
Yeah,
But
There's a lot of
I
flaws, I
do.
think.
I don't know. Like I was playing with for a couple weeks. Me and my friends, we were like, my goal for this season was just like all 15s,
Hmm.
and then I kind of like stopped. I just play alts, but it was really fun because say like one of your friends misses a day, and they're like, all right, well we need these two keys. Like it felt really good to be like, hey, we have infinite tries on this 15,
Hmm.
and we're playing for like 3 hours tonight or whatever. Like
Yeah.
we'll get it in the first few tries usually, but yeah, there definitely is that problem of like there's some, I don't mean to be like toxic or anything, but like there's some people that like just have a lot of time and then get in Brazil groups and then
Uh-huh.
have like an insane out of control ego about it, and you're like,
Wow, you are
okay,
describing a
like
lot of people right now. It's crazy.
like I don't even it doesn't matter to me because like it's fine. I don't
Yeah.
like, what do I care what they're doing, but like I don't know. It kind of it makes score feel weird. Like
Yeah, I was talking to my tank about this. It's like the
mhm.
I don't want to say like the skill gap is more noticeable or anything, but it used to be like, if you were like 100 points ahead of somebody, you knew like, oh shit, like I've done like all the keys one level higher, like this is sick. But now it's like everybody has resilient 20s. So it's like,
Yeah,
how long did they spend? How many
but
tries did
they're
it take? But and then
yeah,
there's like this
exactly.
not noticeable skill level or difference. Like,
In that group of people that has result 20, I think like never before has there been such a difference in skill. Obviously all those people are better than me, but like at any resilient key level, it's not like its score isn't the same indication of skill that it was. I think you
yeah,
could always boost people obviously,
yeah,
but I don't know, like it doesn't mean the same, which is fine. Like it's just weird.
yeah.
Just weird to
No, I
notice.
mean,
I
I
don't know.
agree. It's just like, it's a bit different how it used to be. I don't know.
I almost feel like, you know how like food has like an organic sticker on it?
Yeah.
Like I feel like your scorecard should have like an organic, like
Uh huh.
this was not a resilient keystone
Yeah,
if
I
it was
earned
for
this
score.
one.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing with Billy like this week because we
Mm-hmm.
lost our mage, and it was like we don't really want to use his key because it's like that's not the same as like earning the keys. But then like, what do you do when you're out of keys and like limited
Right.
time? You just say, Billy, can we use your key? And it's like, I don't really feel that good about that.
Right. Because I don't know. I have actually haven't benefited from resilient in that way, I think, at
Hmm.
all, which is fine. Because
Yeah,
I
I think
feel
that if
like
you're not getting keys donated and you're not donating keys, like it's actually a sick system. It is so nice to not
it's
have to do
amazing.
homework.
Yeah. I like it. But I also feel like kind of the assumption, because that's the way that it works, you kind of assume like, I don't know, like my score is like cheapened
Yeah,
almost because it's like it could have been resilient. So like you don't know. I don't
yeah.
know. It
I get
doesn't
what you
matter.
mean.
I haven't played for score in like a while, but it's I don't know how to explain it. You get what I'm saying
I get
though.
what you're
It's an
saying.
interesting dynamic
Yeah.
nowadays,
I think there's
but
a lot of
I don't know
flaws,
how
but
they would
it's
change
better than
it.
it used to be.
Yeah, I'd rather keep it as is than go back 2 years, like
Yeah.
100 or whenever it started.
Dude, speaking of
100%.
going back 2 years, I think
Mm.
that instead of rotating dungeons, I wish they would just bring back seasonal affixes. I know that's like a
Yeah, that
really
was on
spicy
my
take.
that was actually the next question.
Wow,
The
I'm
next two questions. Do we
clairvoyant.
miss affixes? Do we miss affixes and keys at all? What about seasonal affixes? But yeah, seasonals
No,
were sick, right?
I don't miss affixes.
No,
I
neither
don't
do I.
think. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was a little nice that like every week felt a little bit different, but then like you're playing the affix, not the key, and I felt like that shit sucked. But
A good
uh
analogy is like it's like wearing really tight shoes so that
uh-huh.
at the end of the day you could take them off and be like, oh my god,
Oh, thank
finally
God.
took off those fucking shoes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's better to just wear shoes that fit all the time and
Yeah.
then you're fine.
I think it's nice
But
because now
sorry.
I can log in and play for like a few hours every couple of nights if I
Yeah.
feel like it, and I'm like not
Mm-hmm.
griefing because I'm not getting the 1 out of 12 push weeks where it's like playable.
Yeah, absolutely. So no to old affixes.
But
Yes
I
to
do miss.
seasonals.
Okay, I think that even their worst seasonal affixes are better than like it's better this season because like I said, we're like reusing the same bunch of dungeons. Like we're gonna play
Mm-hmm.
this season and last season dungeons next season, so it's like fine. But like every time that they're like, oh, here's like 4 piece of shit dungeons that nobody ever wanted to do back in the day, and we brought them back again, and it's like, okay, thanks. And
Mm.
also here's like I'd rather not have that, and I'd rather have like a I don't know, Prideful's probably my least favorite affix. I'd rather have Prideful back than do that.
Wait, then do what? Sorry, have
Sorry, then
recycled
bring
dungeons?
back then them rotate like 8 brand new dungeons every season.
Yeah, I think part of that. I don't. know how Blizzard works, but like, say you're halfway through a season
Mhm.
and there's a returning dungeon that won't get used again. It's like, are they really gonna send someone an email and be like, "Hey, can you go through
Yeah.
Mists of Tyranna Scythe halfway through the season and like fix this?"
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, no, because a lot of people are done playing and it's not
Yeah.
coming back. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Whereas if you know these are the dungeons, they'll fix it in the middle of season 2 because
Yeah.
there's still season 3 and
Yeah.
maybe season 4 or whatever. So
Yeah, that was nice.
kinda
And it was
makes
like the
sense.
other thing was like the dungeons kept evolving, but then also like you also were evolving strats to do with the new seasonal affix. Like the way you played like season 2 Mists was nothing like the way you played season 3 Mists. I guess that's like a bad example of a dungeon, but it's like, you know, this is the premise.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like going from Prideful to like a Tormented or something, it completely changed. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
for sure.
it was, I don't know. I liked that better, but I get why people hate seasonals. Like you end up with an infested, a beguiling, a prideful,
Mhm.
a tormented, a thundering. I think that was mostly affixes. Like they all sucked, but
Yeah.
you know,
My
you get a
first
banger like a reaping or an
season-
awakened, and it's like
Awakened.
this is the
Yeah, that
most
was my first
fun,
one.
the most fun I've had playing this game ever.
Mm-hmm. That was right when I started. Was Awakened, so
Mhm.
I was like, I went like I remember when it came online at 10 or 20 or 15. I think
Something like
it
that.
started
10s, I
at some
think, yeah.
level, and I remember like getting to that level and being like, "Oh shit, there's this whole other thing." Now we jump in the portal, and that was like part of what really got me into M Plus was
Mhm.
that season.
Yeah, it was sick.
So that was a lot of fun.
I
And it changed the dungeons because you could now like your route can be whatever the fuck you want. Like you can take the portal and drag it all the way over here. Like I remember doing shit in Motherlode where you'd like drag it to the second boss,
Mhm.
maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know,
you'd
it's
like
cool
drag it all
creative
the way
stuff.
through the alchemist area, and now you don't have to actually play any of that horrible trash. And it's like, yeah, this is
Yep.
sick. But then it's like, I don't know. I do miss affixes, like seasonal affixes, a lot. Because when they
Yeah.
make the good ones, man, they're just so good.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Have you? One of my other questions. When was the last time you did a key with an affix? So like the under 12. Was it like week 1 maybe, if at all? Do you remember?
Yeah, it had to be early in the season. I don't know. Like I started. Excuse me.
You're good.
I started gearing my hunter last week, and I was just like, guys, I need crests, so we're gonna do 12s. And it's like,
Yeah.
I forgot that affixes existed until you just said that. I was like, I don't know, like Dragonflight when they got
Yeah.
rid of them.
I did some 7s on my lock the last couple days
Uh-huh.
because I was like sub 600. I'm like, all right. And then now I'm like 640 or whatever, so I could do 12s fine.
Mhm.
But some of the affixes are really like, I don't know. I hear a lot of people
actually,
say like, oh, these are great.
It was
Go ahead.
it was last week. I had the rotating ball one because we did a 10. The very first
Dude,
key my
it's
hunter
like-
did was a 10.
It's like hard sometimes.
Yeah,
'cause
dude,
I,
some of
I'll,
them
like
are
die to
hard.
shit. I'm like, dude, I'm chasing a ball around and then I get hit by this
Yeah.
frontal. But like, I know there's a frontal. I have a sound. Like I see it on the nameplate, but I'm not usually chasing a fucking ball
Yeah.
with some like rogue
Yeah.
that's like doing that thing.
Yeah,
where it
he's killing
jumps
spreeing, and I gotta get the
yeah.
ball in the next 3 seconds, or the pack's gonna take
And
no
it's
damage.
spinning
and it's like,
around.
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this? Some of them are hard, man. And then there's one that's a dispel that I had a complete meltdown in Grimbatol in
Uh-huh.
season 1 because I made a group. I was like, yeah, I'll play like a Resto Druid key. Anytime I try to play a Resto Druid key in the last year, it's been like a fucking nightmare
disaster.
for some reason. And so I'm doing Grimbatol first boss. It's
Mhm.
the dispel affix, and my entire group, it's like a warrior, a rogue, a hunter.
Yeah,
Like, no one
nobody's
can
doing any
dispel.
help.
So there's 5 dispels, and I'm I can't even heal it. So like I could
Yeah.
dispel. You could dispel 2 in the window because
Yeah.
the cooldown, and then you're supposed to heal the other ones. So then it's like I don't even.
Well, what am I supposed to
like,
do?
try
I got
block
no.
it out. So
yeah.
so then the boss would get leech or something. So the
Yeah.
boss is now healing higher than he was, and I can't. And I'm just like, dude, this is insane.
These affixes are sick if you do them right, and if you do them wrong, and it's like this is worse than the old affixes. Like,
Yeah, and the problem is like I would imagine all the people in that key just don't know what the affix does anyway.
yeah,
So it's
I
not
can't
even like
dispel
they're
it. So how do I
making a
interact with
choice.
it? What do I care?
Right. Yeah. That and shit. What was it? The duo boss in Floodgate this season.
Mm-hmm.
The affix spawns you dispel.
Oh,
and
then
that
you can't
mechanic
dispel
comes
the
out,
thing. Yeah,
and they die, and they're like, healer, dispel me.
healer,
Like,
do your job, maybe
I'm like,
challenge.
fuck. Yeah. So there's some troll spots, and obviously it's like they're all sub 12, so it's like you can kind of just get through it anyway.
Yeah, you
even
just
if
kind of
wipe,
ignore
like,
it.
Who cares? But there's I don't know. It's tricky.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of the kiss curse affixes, but like I said, like if you
Mm-hmm.
mess it up, like let's say like the one where the balls come out of the sky and you have to CC them, or the pack
Mm-hmm.
gets DR, like if they spawn on like an old mob that nobody's looking at, and now I'm wiping in a 10 because the mobs are taking
Yeah.
99% less damage. It's like, okay, I guess
Mm-hmm.
I'd
I think
rather
they
have
changed
like,
them this season to be less punishing in
mm-hmm,
some way. I forget how, but I think they don't get leech anymore. Like the
uh-huh,
boss won't heal if you
yeah.
fail.
I I think that they're
So
good,
they're getting
and they're
better.
like they're chill for like new players to like experience them, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
I don't see it's not like super harmful. There's just a few cases where I'm like, what the fuck is going
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
Um you pugged any okay, have you pugged any low keys this season? They are insane sometimes. Lamau is one of my questions, but it sounds like no.
No, I try to avoid bugging. I try to just like
Same
trick my guild
when I
into
can.
doing keys with my rats. But I feel like I don't really bring rats anymore. I feel like I'm the one doing all the carrying on of rats because someone's like, "Oh, can I log in like this character I haven't touched since Legion?" And it's like, "Yeah, I guess like I'm not gonna play anything else this season, and I need weeklies, so sure."
Right.
But this season
Mm-hmm.
I've taken advantage of that. I geared 2 complete rats, and I just made people show up.
Nice. So me and my friends usually do, but sometimes it spirals because people are like, "Oh, we're doing rat keys. Can I bring my
Yeah. Oh,
600
can we
item level
all be on
prop
a rat
paladin?"
and
And
now
we're
we're gonna
like,
prog a 4? And it's like,
"Right,
no, I
right,
don't want to do that. I wanted you to give
right."
me a key.
It's like not everyone can be on the rats at the same time.
Yeah.
Like
This
there's
is
got
a
to be like a
one,
three
maybe
rat
2 man
maximum.
adventure, and then you
Exactly.
guys can get next one. Like,
And now I'm streaming depleting a fucking plus 11. They're like, oh no.
yeah,
Um, you haven't experienced the LFG plus 12 Theater of Pain extra all gas bag route?
all gas bag route. No, I haven't
It's
experienced
like
that one.
all mini boss double
Nah,
gas bag.
that sounds like
It's
a
fucking
great
insane.
time. That's not for me.
Like when you go and you're still on the first floor and you go and you walk past the two gas bag
Hmm.
pats, he pulls them with the three pat. So I see my
Um,
bear like running away. I'm like, where is he going?
where's he
Where is he
going?
going? And then he moonfires a gas bag. We're all start screaming, what the fuck? And he wouldn't skip any of the mini bosses either. He's like, we
Yeah,
need
that's
for
good. We
percent.
need for
I'm
count.
like, dude,
But you pulled a
it's like
gas bag. What do I need
it's
count
good
for?
content, I will say, but there's I don't know, some wild shit happening out there in LFG.
Yeah, no, I haven't experienced that
Um,
one. But we have the loco call where
what
Dranos
is that?
decides that he's gonna. Are we going loco? Where he pulls like the whole first room of Cinder Brew with Chewy, and it's like I don't really
Oh
want
my
to go
god.
loco, but that sounds like some shit that I'd experience if I walked into LFG.
Oh, I didn't clip it. I should have clipped it, man. On my rat warlock, I have a 577 trinket. I don't know where the fuck it came from, but it procs a lightning bolt.
Uh huh.
I don't know if it was a world quest or an auction house item, but we're in first pull of Cinder Brew, and we're like the tank pulls legit like one of the mini boss guy, not mini
Mm-hmm.
boss, but the guys that do the AOE.
Yeah.
So only one. So my mage is in Discord. It's three of us in Disc. The clip would be so good right now, but that's okay. So it's me, my friends on his arcane mage, and my other friends healing on the shaman. We invite a pug tank and like a rogue,
Mm-hmm.
and so we do just that pull, and then I don't realize it, but it's my trinket tags another pack, and then 2 seconds later it tags another pack,
That's good.
and
That's really
so
good.
I
We're
start
going
yelling.
loco.
So I start yelling at my mage in Discord. I'm like, stop pulling shit. I know you want a pad, but he's like, it's not
It's
me.
not me.
And then the tank's like orbs question mark. And I'm looking, I'm like, is my healer like flame shocking them because he's angry? So I'm immediately blaming everyone but myself. And then the
Mm-hmm.
tank's blaming the mage. And then the tank goes, three of us are in Discord. We know it's you. And then we do the math and we're like, three of us are in Discord. Who the fuck are you in Discord with? It was just this whole meltdown. And then I looked at the VOD and it is my trinket is like zapping mobs like 40 yards away.
That's good.
It was insane. It was a lot of
You were
finger
going loco on
pointing.
accident.
Loco trinket pull, man. It was sick. Um Raid versus keys. What do you like about each / the overlap of both? I'm not sure what I meant by that.
I play the game to raid. M plus is just like a fun thing to do with my friends on the side. But if they
Nice.
like removed it from the game, I would just go play other games instead, and then I'd show up to raid.
Damn. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
actually
raiding is
don't
just
raid
so
at
much more
all.
fun. I think that it's like it's heavily reliant on like where you raid. Like if I raided somewhere that I like didn't love all 26 other people that I raid with, and like it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
fun to show up to raid, or I was just there for the gear, like I understand why everybody hates raiding, but for me it's just like
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just what I've always done. It's more fun.
Yeah, that was one of my follow-ups was like, do you love like the raid content or is it more of like hanging out with your close friends over the years?
It's
Like
both.
like if they all like played another game, you would just like move with them or you
Yeah,
would
like
find like a new raid
I mean,
game.
we all hang out outside raid and play other stuff together anyways, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
I
Makes sense.
I I think it's both. Like when they make a really sick fight, like you get a Halandris or you get like a Rygalon or an Anduin or you get like something good from last expansion like
Mm.
a Tindril. Like those
Okay.
fights are sick. And like that is like way more fun to me than like scripted dungeon content. Even though it's scripted raid
Hmm.
content, lol. It's just like I don't know, it's something more like interesting about it to me.
Nice.
Um but
That's
it's
cool.
also like, you know, if I was just raiding for gear, or like I said, I didn't like everybody I raid with, then it would be like, eh.
Mm-hmm. So it depends on the vibe for
Yeah.
sure.
And M plus is like good too, because you know, you get to just like hang out with 4 good friends instead of, you know, maybe like 15 strangers. Like it's good for
Mm.
that, and it's repeatable, and like you can just stop whenever you want. So it's like nice. Like and you don't have to
Yeah.
play on a schedule, even though everybody does end up just playing on a schedule. It's
Right.
like
Right.
I don't know, both have their perks, but yeah, for me, if M plus like ceased to exist, I would just go play RuneScape or League or something else. I wouldn't like
Or if
I wouldn't
ratings cease to
lose.
exist, I
If
guess you
ratings
meant.
ceased to exist, I don't know if I'd keep playing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought you said the wrong thing, but that's what you
Oh
meant.
no,
Was
yeah,
M plus. Got you.
I I'd probably keep playing. Like I do like M plus, but if I had to
Mm-hmm.
pick just one to do for the rest of the time, it would be raid.
Nice. That's cool. Um. Hmm. Thoughts on we kind of covered this. Thoughts on the War Within dungeons, revamped dungeons,
They're
dungeon
good.
voting. LOL.
I hate dungeon voting.
No one should be allowed to vote ever
Every
again.
time we get dungeon voting, we get the worst dungeons ever. I don't want to play
We need a
Iron Docks. I don't want to
dictator.
play Grimrail Depot. I don't want to play fucking Dawnbreaker and
Grimbatol.
Arakara again. I don't want to play
Oh my
Grimbatol. Like,
god.
stop giving me these dungeons that like people who don't play the game are voting for.
Literally. And because the alternative is like you have to require people to like have some kind of dungeon experience, which that feels like kind of cringe to say. So
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good option. But I don't think voting is like it's
I
just
think that it's
dumb.
just.
It
I think
always
you just
turns
let
out
the devs
bad.
do it, and if they pick bad dungeons, then you just get to blame them. But like
Right.
community voting, I didn't even vote in these ones that we brought back, so I don't get to complain. But
Yeah.
like, man, it
I don't
fucking
even
sucks.
remember.
It sucks so bad.
Mm-hmm. Have you done any PTR at all?
No, I don't like doing
Or have
PTR
you like seen
dungeons.
any? Yeah.
I've watched a
They
bit, but it's like
something
I don't know. I just don't like doing PTR because then it's like
you're like ruining it for the
yeah, I'm
season.
basically ruining
Yeah.
it because now all that time that I spent on PTR is time on the back end of the season that I'm not gonna play that season.
Right. That makes sense. I did some, and I don't know what they did to Arakara, or if I'm just like fried and my brain doesn't work, but I
Uh-huh.
swear they made that trash like insane now. Like I healed the first pull like twice,
Uh-huh.
or the first wing. Like we got to the second platform, basically that mini boss. But dude, like, do you remember those poisons stacking up, or were they just like
No, they were force desynced, and then
right? And there was only two usually, two or three maybe.
yeah, it depended how big you pulled, but it was
It was like me and the healer could dispel all of them
yeah,
almost
yeah,
always.
pretty much.
All right, I was healing that pull, and one guy, I swear to God, had 5 stacks. Another guy had 3. Another guy had 2.
I don't even remember it stacking. Like
Right, same. I'm like 5 I'm literally laughing trying to heal this game. I
Yeah,
was like,
like-
what is going on in here? So I hope that gets changed, or I don't know. You just need shamans, I guess. But see what happens.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I haven't played any of the PTR, but
Yeah, that makes sense.
maybe they. I mean, they probably did change it because it was kind of like I don't want to say it's too easy, but like for their vision of how dungeons work now, I feel like it doesn't fit for it to
Mhm.
actually be winnable.
Yeah, that makes sense. I agree. It did feel nice though. Well, because now it seems like if that's how the poisons are, then it's just like a healer thing. Because you
Yeah.
just have to heal through some of them, unless you have like double shot.
Yeah, you probably just pull it a little
Recall or
different, so
whatever.
you're not playing like 7.
They also
poisons
don't
at
blow
once.
up. They don't blow up anymore.
Oh, that kind
You
of
have to
sucks,
just
because that was like the other
nanny
nice
kill
part
'em.
was like when the mob hit 25%, you knew you were done like dealing with that one's poison. It was kind of nice.
Yeah. So weird shit going on in there. I assume you saw, even though you don't play PTR, the bubbles change.
Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't. Oh, I saw like all the gifs and stuff, but I didn't like watch
Yeah.
any of the clips. It was like, I don't know. I think if a mob sucks like that, that they should just rework the mob. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like no one ever played bubbles and no one liked playing bubbles. Like I pulled it last night, Nikia was doing, and it was absolutely miserable. So
Yeah.
like I think it's fine that they got rid of it because yeah, but it's
See,
a little sad too.
that's everyone says no one pulls it, but I
But every
swear
pug
because I'm
pulls it.
like sometimes I pug like random 15s, 14s, 16s, like in
Mhm.
that area, and it's not even that they pull it; it's that you do the key and then you wipe to the bubble skip,
Yeah,
and then everyone leaves.
yeah,
And I was like, can we just fight this
we just-
fucking mob?
yeah,
Like, whatever we have to do, we have time. We can kill it. It's not gonna like.
yeah.
It's hard. It's a hard mob and it's not efficient. But like, I
It's
swear,
better than losing my
more than
key.
50% of the time, the key's just over, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
I would think that you just move him, remove his true sight, and move him like 10 feet to the left or whatever if you want. But
Yeah, I thought for sure that they were gonna make him like a prerequisite mob to spawn Swamp Face and like kill the kelps, and then
Yeah.
like
mhm.
make it so it's not AIDS. But
Like put a wall behind him and like cut his damage by 50% and buff his percent or something.
yeah,
Like, I
there
do
was a
kind of
lot of
like-
solutions.
Yeah. I like that they made it because we'll remember like 2 years from now, we'll remember Bubbles being insane and then now getting killed by Swamp Face.
Yeah,
Like, or at least I will.
yeah,
It's like a funny like moment in M plus.
yeah. It's like
I'm kind of glad they did it.
it's like a weird way of them like actually listening and like responding to like the feedback that people really fucking hate this mob.
yeah, yeah, exactly. How do you feel about the meld skips like in general? I guess you play with such gamers that you don't fail meld skips, I guess. But...
Yeah, I trying to teach meld skips to like my friends while we're doing these title keys is actually like
Mhm.
I think about it and I'm like, damn, like how do normal people use this ability? Because like yeah, like you know, we meld skip stuff all the time, but then like we mess it up and I'm like, how did we mess that up? And it's like, well, I guess like they don't do this all day long.
Yeah.
I think
There's
that
a lot of messing up meld skips in my LFG keys.
yeah, I think that meld skips are fine. I like
Mhm.
I think they're good because then it like opens up creative routing. But then I don't know. I guess I don't really see a downside to it. But yeah, like there's whenever they go wrong, it's like I wish we would have just pulled the mobs and just played the game.
That's the thing, because the level I'm doing is whatever we're skipping is always killable.
Yeah.
Like technically, it's always hard, but it's like we can just kill it. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating specifically for me, and I guess if you're like above my level, it's easy, and if you're below, you just kill it. But
Mhm.
I think I don't know. It's hard
No, I agree.
sometimes.
It's like I don't know. It's
Actually, no,
another thing
it's
of,
very
like,
easy, but
yeah.
it just gets fucked up every
Yeah.
time.
I don't know. It's like a trickle down issue of like people see all the people on streams doing this, and then they're like, "Oh, well, that would be easy." And then they walk into their
Mhm.
pugs, and they're like, "I'm gonna do this." Like it's after they watch MDI, they're like, "I'm gonna do 40% count on the Waycrest boss," and then like it's a disaster. So I don't know. It's not
Well,
like
there's
inherently
little,
a problem.
Yeah. It's just I feel like you kind of have to fail a meld skip a bunch of times
To be
early
able to
in
win
the
it?
season. Yeah, like
Yeah.
we started doing we were playing with a tank when we were finishing our like 15s whatever goal for the season, and we were playing with someone on their VDH, and he's like, "Oh, we're going to misery skip this." And then we learned one by one. We depleted the key to like this misery skip.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, no one's going anywhere. We're going to do this skip 10 times. Because
Uh-huh.
I swear to God, if we come back and we fail this again, like we got to figure it out. It's just going to happen.
Yeah.
So we figured out Death's Advance. There's a talent that gives a speed boost to a nearby ally.
Ah.
So he was combating us. And then we got rid of that. And then we were like, is it my stamp roar? Like, am I hovering and dropping those little orbs that people can pick up? So we had to rule out all these things. And then we
Mhm.
finally got it. But it's just like, if you're in LFG, you don't know if the DK has that talent,
Yeah.
or even knows that it's a thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Or like
So there's
there's tons of people that just like don't know how combat works or like how to give
Mhm.
combat to somebody, and it's like, yeah, I could definitely
Yeah.
see how that would create a lot of problems.
Yeah, not a big deal, but just funny moments
Mhm.
that people are like, "Oh, I saw dorky, do this skip. Now we got to do it in our 12.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
I mean, yeah, and it ends up being a thing with your friends where you're like, you know, you laugh about it in like 3 weeks. You're like, remember when we didn't do the skip because this and that, and it's like it's good. But in a pug, it's like, wow, that was a waste of 15 minutes of my life.
Yeah. I'm called the skip police now because whenever like one of my friends wants to do a skip, I'll always like fight back against it because I just don't care. Like, just pull the mob. And then my friend rerolled the tank. He's on his VDH alt, and he's like, well, normally I do this, but we have the skip police in the call. I'm like, just do the skip, man.
Just do the
fine.
skip,
I trust
man.
you.
Whatever.
Like, if you're with a bunch of people and you trust them, like, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But that's not always the case. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a couple more. Do you have a favorite snack?
Yeah, goldfish.
Goldfish? Oh,
Yeah.
Goldfish kind of.
Goldfish have been goated for like 15 years.
Dude, I saw goldfish yesterday. I was at Target and I was walking with my husband. I was like, I stopped. I like hard turned and was like pointing at it. He's like, no, you don't need goldfish. God damn it.
Yeah, but they're so good, man. Like, are you sure that I can't have them? Like,
they're good.
I go to Costco and then I get the box of like 3 big bags, and then I eat those for like 2 months, and that's
Hell
like my
yeah.
snack.
That's a good snack. That's like a S tier snack right
Yeah,
there.
I'm a big fan. I guess, like, I don't know, Cheez-Its are good too.
Cheez-Its are good. Yeah.
Or like, I used to be
So
a
I
Cool
feel
Ranch Doritos enjoyer, but now it's like, I don't know, I don't like them that much anymore.
I was never a big Doritos guy.
Do you have
you
a
like-
favorite snack? I gotta know.
I don't even. Well, my signature thing is I make peanut butter banana sandwiches. It's
Okay.
not really a snack. It's more of like
That's
a
kind of
full
like a
thing,
snack. It's like a big snack.
But you can make a half one, and then
Mhm.
it's like medium. You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. And then I've been on a honey roasted peanuts kick
Okay.
recently.
Dude,
My husband
cashews
got-
really good. nut.
Cashews are crazy. Yeah, not cheap, or maybe it's the other one. There's one nut that's really good that I'm like, oh, these are like expensive.
I feel like a lot of nuts are expensive nowadays. You gotta get the big Costco bag of them if you want like good value.
True, that's true.
But then it's like, I can't eat this many cashews in like a lifetime.
you got to put them in like a fancy little dish and keep them on your
Yeah.
desk. That way you only have a certain amount or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, that's good. I started
Mhm.
using, like, instead of like a bowl, because I don't want to dirty a bowl, I have like little tiny glasses, and I started using those as like a snack vessel.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Like a little something you would like if you're cooking and you had a bunch of ingredients, like one of those little
like a
cups.
ramekin.
Shit, what is that?
They're the little
Dropping
cup
vocab
things.
words.
Yeah,
Hold
no,
on.
they're like a
Ramekin. Oh yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That is exactly what that is. That's my word of the day now.
Nice, that's good.
Ramekin. Sounds like something you'd be like, do I take ramekin for this ski? You're,
Dude,
like,
that's
looking
the
at
place
your
in
talents.
Oldham. That's the capital.
Wait, really?
It's like a Ramkahen or something like that.
Huh. Sounds familiar. I like this question a lot, but if you don't have one that you think of, that's okay.
Okay.
Any compliment you remember getting? Like usually something from like years ago, or someone said something really nice and you're just like, that stuck with me. Or even in a key.
No, nothing in like particular. I had a couple people whisper me the other day that they watched my stream, and I was like, wow, thanks, man. Like, it always
Aw.
feels really good when people whisper me that, but it's like, I don't think anything like stands out.
That's fair. Do you get like, well, I guess you're not an LFG, never mind. A lot of my experience is like half pugging, or we pug
Mhm.
like one or two people.
Mhm.
So I end up being like a half pug
Yeah.
person most of the time. But I play with people that actually so I'm not in a guild because I don't raid.
Mm-hmm.
So I made my own guild just called Narnar TV on Twitch,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of cringe.
That's a good
I'll
guild name. That's
forget.
free advertising.
It is. I've gotten some people come in. They're like, "Hey,
Hey,
I'm
I
like,
saw
how the
your
fuck did you
guild."
find me in Veldraken or whatever." Actually, yeah, like a couple of my like good friends now, I think, found me because of that.
Mhm.
Because we were in a key in like Dragonflight, and they're like, "I'm gonna check this guy out." And
No,
then
that's
I
good.
do keys all the time. Where was I going with this shit? I don't remember. It's okay. I sent Rule an invite, but I think he's like getting home from work soon.
Okay,
But I don't think he's gonna make it.
that's a
But I
bummer.
was gonna have a surprise pop in.
Holy
my
shit.
phone is going off. But yeah. So, let's see. It's Tarisant YouTube and Tarisant Twitch.
That's right. Everywhere. My Twitter
I got
too.
the little
but that
banner
thing's
going at the bottom.
empty.
Oh, the
I
Twitter.
tweet once
Hold
every
on,
6
check this
months.
out. Oh, I can edit it. Oh, I thought this would be way quicker. Never mind.
That's okay.
And Twitter. LOL. Save. I like this program. It's got cool
This is
things.
nice. This is cool. I'm probably gonna make use of this actually. This convenient.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good for
Like the different audio track sounds really convenient because like a lot of the time it's like I don't know. I suck at editing. It takes freaking forever and like I don't know how to split things.
It's hard.
Yeah. So having like the different tracks because then I can like, you know, I feel like that'd be pretty good
for like YouTube videos or for like
yeah.
stuff? For YouTube videos, yeah, you could probably use it like that. Yeah, I don't see why not. Like to split the game sound and your voice, you mean?
Yeah, or like I had an idea that was like sort of kind of never gonna come to fruition because I'm lazy of like it's like Hot Ones, I guess, like but I'd take people to like a weekly and then I'd interview them like in a key or two and then like having something where I could like split their voice from my voice conveniently would be like really sick for that.
Yeah, so you could do that with this for sure. I mean, this I like pay for, so it might not be great, but you could in theory like just window capture your game and then like you could change the size of stuff.
Oh shit.
So you could just have them in like the voice call and then maybe not even on camera, or you could have them on camera too and then make like your camera the bottom left and them in like the bottom right or something.
Yeah, that could be good. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah. Or if you have, I mean, I could like record it for you too. I wouldn't really have to do anything. I would just give you the login.
That'd be
Maybe I
sick.
can give you like mod on here. So I gave my friend mod. And then they could like do stuff. But you can actually live stream in here. I didn't want to like surprise live stream you, but some of them I've done live, and then like if someone says something in chat, you can like pin it and it'll show up on the screen for a sec.
Oh, that's sick.
There's like it's a powerful
this is pretty cool.
Powerful app here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised a lot more. I guess the other like Titan Forge, when you did that, it was just like Discord plus.
Yeah, it was a Discord
OBS,
call, and then
they like crop it or whatever.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It was like they'd capture a different. I think this is how they did it. I don't actually know, but they'd capture like 4 different parts of the screen with 4 different inputs, and then they would like move them around and size them.
Oh yeah,
and then like go between scenes.
Gotcha.
I think that's
or have
how
like
they
an
did
overlay with like holes in it, and you slide their camera behind it or something. Yeah. Huh. I'm trying to see if I can. So you can. Window. Wow. Oh shit! It made that full screen.
Okay. Oh shit! There I am.
Yeah. So
this is actually like kind of good for it.
Shit! It's gone. Wait. Yeah. So you could do this and then have like the other person there, and you could be logged in doing the key.
Yeah, this could be good.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah, let me know. If you end up doing it soon, I could help you with it.
Sick.
I like doing editing stuff, but I'm really lazy and I can never do stuff like for myself. I need to like have someone else like waiting for something for me to work on it. I can't just like, I don't know. I wanted to do these weekly, and then I think the last one was like a month ago. And
dude, it's hard to, I don't know. For me, I hit like 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do all these things. I'm gonna make all this content, and then it's like the next morning rolls around. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. It takes me like a month and a half to ever actually do anything. I've been cooking up that idea of doing like a Hot Ones thing since like early Dragonflight, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then I just never do it.
What would you call it? The series?
I have no idea. I feel like you got to go for something like, what's it called? Alliteration, you know, like Weekly Wednesday, but then it's like no one's gonna watch a thing called like Weekly Wednesdays. No one gives a shit. So I don't know. It needs work. Needs work.
Yeah. Maybe someone in the comments will help you.
Yeah, maybe.
If I think it's something,
got ideas.
Damn, that's the second time in like 10 minutes that I had something to say and then completely forgot. So all good.
That's okay. I don't remember things that come out of my mouth 30 seconds after they come out.
Word. All right. Well, if I remember, I will let you know. But thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, what I was gonna say.
Okay.
It was more of a complaint, not about you at all, not with the schedule.
No, it's all good. If you want to complain about me, all good.
No. Every single person, because all the people I want to talk to are all like video gamers, and they're so fucking hard to like wrangle and like schedule.
Yeah.
Like I picked the worst demographic, because myself included. And I told my husband this earlier. I was like, dude, gamers are like so hard to to like get a time. And
Yeah.
then like the time zone difference, I completely forgot. So I said like 3, and I'm like, fuck, he's on a different 3 than me. And like,
Yeah.
is he in the future?
So
or
no,
the
it's fine.
past?
I
don't
always
even know where he
default
is.
to using Pacific, but
That makes sense.
I just
The
like
raid
you were like,
time,
yeah,
yeah.
3 o'clock, and I was like, okay, great, yeah, that's like 5 o'clock. I can. And then I was up
Shit.
last night. I was hanging out with my guild. We were playing this thing. It's called Cross Tune. I'll link it to you, dude. It's so
Mhm.
sick.
Cross tune.
Yeah, it's like it's a crossword, and they like play like snippets of songs, and then the answers to the
Oh,
crosswords are the songs or like the hints they give. It's actually really cool. So we stayed up till
that
like
sounds fun.
I was like 8:30 in the morning when I finally went to bed because I was like, okay, it's gonna be at 5 o'clock. Like I can still like sleep for a bit and then get up. And then I woke up today and I saw your message and you're like, actually, I'm East Coast. I was like, shit, that's not 5 o'clock at all.
No, I'm like, I got nothing to do today. So that's why I kept being like, every time I communicate with anyone to come on, I'm like, literally no worries.
Yeah.
Like, if you got to reschedule or cancel or you're running late, like, it's fine. You got to
Yeah.
get up to pee. I'm trying to have it be like, I think the vibe of the show is supposed to be like, for me, like, just like you're hanging out in Discord with some people.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of it.
I think
Not
that's
like
the best
super
way to do it.
structured
It's
or
like if you do
whatever,
like
see
super
what happens.
structured, then it's like I don't know. It's not like boring for the guest, but then it's like there's no like you're on like a not a schedule, but like an itinerary, and if you're not like checking all the
Right,
boxes,
right.
then it's like I don't know. I think it
Mhm.
kind of detracts from the
Like I always have my list, my like note on my other monitor,
Mhm.
and then I pull things from there. Usually I don't even get through like half of it.
yeah.
Or I'll read it and I'll be like, that's fucking cringe. Why would I put that? And then I'll skip
Dude,
like to the next
I
one.
tried because I was gonna do Dradnos as my first guest for that thing, and then I was trying to
Oh,
come up with
yeah?
questions, and I was like, what the fuck do you ask a guy that everybody already knows everything about? Like,
Dude, I'm gonna DM him. I'm not friends with Dranos, but I would like
Dradnos
to
is
talk
very
to him at
kind.
some
He's
point.
like, I
He
don't.
seems really chill, but he also seems busy, so I don't want to bother him. Like,
Yeah,
he does a lot.
he is a
And he has
busy
his own
guy,
show,
but
you
he's
know?
like I don't know. He's just kind. He's like thoughtful. I don't know. I have nothing but nice
He
things
seems
to
like
say
a
about him.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Dratno, he's a regular viewer of the show.
Oh shit.
Okay. No, I actually, because I know I listened to part of why I started this show actually
hmm
was because I listened to an interview with him a long time ago with Marcellian.
hmm
This was in like BFA,
hmm
and it took me like 3 years to like start my show. But this is what gave
Uh-huh.
me the idea. Is he was like, yeah, there's like tons of space for people to make WoW content. Like it's not like there could be like 10 more podcasts. And
Yeah,
it's like
there is
fine.
tons of
People-
space for people to make content. The problem I find with WoW is like it's hard to make content because the like good content for WoW in my opinion is like educational content. Like I don't want to say guides necessarily, but just like I feel like it's hard because WoW is like such a complex game that like you're either educational or you're entertaining, but like the game itself is not like gonna attract people. You know what I mean? Like if I watch
Right.
someone who's like challenger in League, like I could just watch the gameplay and be like, damn, this is sick. But if I'm watching someone do like high keys, it's like, eh.
True. Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
kinda
I mean
have
there
to,
is
like,
tons of space.
have them be. Yeah, I guess I don't really. I used to watch a lot of Twitch streams, and now I pretty much only watch like people that I know.
Yeah, I keep
or,
like
like,
a couple of
friends
Twitch
of
tabs
friends.
open for people that I
Yeah.
know so they can get their ad revenue. But I can't remember the last time I
Mhm.
sat and like watched a stream.
Or like found a new streamer randomly and was
Yeah.
like really into it. It has to be like a personality that I know
Mm-hmm.
and like trust them, and then
Mhm.
I'll kind of just watch them do like anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like WoW related. Another idea that I had, so I had a backup pull in case of emergencies
Uh-huh.
button, which
Uh-huh.
was if and you're very easy to talk to, so thank you. This
I
was
find the
great.
same about you.
Thank you. I had this tab open and then I closed it like 10 minutes in because I was like, all right, this is going to be a smooth
Uh-huh.
interview. But I was going to pull up, let's see, how fast can I do this? Bam.
Bam. Hey, that's me.
No, there's already been like 2 or 3 of them.
So I was just going to have like a muted YouTube video, which
Uh-huh.
might be a good idea for
It could be.
something
I
in the
actually
future.
think that like it's weird because there's like the Subway Surfers meme, but it's not really a meme. Like Subway Surfers is actually OP for keeping my attention.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, for sure. Oh, not even like that, but just as like if there was like hard to keep a conversation or whatever, I would
Uh-huh.
just have this and then be like, oh, so what are you guys doing? You're mind soothing that. Like,
yeah, yeah.
if
Okay, I
you're-
see.
and then you can kind of explain, oh yeah, we do the stops like this or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, funny time. One time we tried to set up this poll and this happened just as like a
Uh-huh.
conversation kind of guide.
No,
thing.
that's good.
So I had that ready
That would be
on
good.
deck, but I didn't
On
need
deck,
to.
full in case of emergency.
In case of panic attack, full
Yeah.
screen this VOD. Go AFK. But yeah. I think that's kind of fun. I actually did that with my. If you gotta go, by the way.
No, I'm
No,
good.
cool.
I don't have
No.
anywhere to be till raid
Okay.
time.
Cool. I'm chilling, looking at this. So I pulled up my VOD. I made like a YouTube video looking at the new dungeon,
Mm-hmm.
and I made it with this program actually. But I just had my
I like
talking
the bird.
My talking bird. You like him?
Yeah,
I
that's
used to be a
good.
bear, and now I'm a bird, and I'm like kind of a druid player, so I swap forms is the lore.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I did the new dungeon and then just kind of talked over the VOD and stuff, which I think actually might be interesting if you're ever interested in doing it again, to watch like one of your highest runs
Mm-hmm.
and like talk about it, or even just for your own content, like
Mhm.
not involving me. I think people will watch that. I think that's really. Oh God, my mic.
Oh, dude, I hate when they do that. I'll go to move it and it like falls on itself, and it's like I'm
It's like,
spending
oh, we're just
forever.
done now.
Yeah,
Just-
I guess I'm done talking for a little bit.
yeah, just points right at the floor. Like, okay. But I think that would be kind of. Let me turn this off. Yeah, sorry. So like when you're streaming a key, like it's really hard to explain like what you're doing because you're obviously playing like a really hard key.
Yeah.
But when if like you looked over your own VOD like that and then just kind of like talked about the poll,
Yeah.
especially with everyone playing Moonkin right now, I think a lot of people would benefit.
I was
from
gonna do that at the start of the tier because everybody was obviously rolling Moonkin to play sticks, and I was like, oh, this would be like a really good content idea. And then by the time I felt like doing it, it was like, yeah, we're progging like Mugsy. Like I don't have time to do that. I don't really want to. And then
Yeah.
I had a guy ask me like a couple weeks ago if I would do that next tier, like go over my thought process during bosses or keys and like upload it. And I was like, yeah, I could do that.
Mhm.
I might do that, but it's like, I don't know. Then I'd have to edit it, and then I'd have to actually record it. And like I said, it takes me
Yeah.
45 minutes to press start recording. So
I feel that. Yeah, editing is so. That's why originally when I started the show, if you look at like the first episode, I would do these little intros with like captions and like
Mhm.
zoom in, like real like hyper edited whatever. And that lasted like 2 episodes.
yeah, you got to
'cause I
pay
was like,
somebody.
I don't have.
I don't have time for
I don't
that.
have fucking 8 hours to do this
Yeah,
editing on a podcast.
yeah,
Of myself, like listening to yourself is also brutal. Sometimes.
yeah. It's rough.
It's like, why would I say that? Why would I make that face? What was I?
Why would I
thinking?
want to do that,
Why would I ask Tarisant about his favorite snack?
dude? It's you need inspiration sometimes.
Yeah. That was in my garbage questions
Garbage.
tab. But it was actually, I don't know if you're familiar with the podcast Are You Garbage?
No.
But basically they have like comedians on and they
Okay.
ask them a lot of questions like, when was the last time you slept in jeans? Or like just random questions about like trashy activity.
And
it's actually a really funny show.
I'll have to check it out.
So it depends if you're into that sort of comedian.
I always need
stuff,
like
but
side monitor content.
yeah, it's good. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about the mix of like? Is it weird to ask people? I'm doing another show tomorrow. Do you know Dalgroth?
Yeah, I know of him. I see him
He's
in
like
OG.
a bear player. Yeah, I'm talking to him tomorrow, and I didn't prepare any questions yet because I was talking to you. I'm like putting all my questions in the Tarisant folder. But I don't know. I kind of want to do like a mix of like life and WoW questions because I think a lot of times, especially with like WoW streamers, like you don't really get to know them that well.
Yeah, that was what
Like
I was
someone
thinking
might
for,
watch
like-
you for years and not know where you're from or what you're studying. Or
Yeah.
maybe they do. I don't know.
Well, that's what I was like. I guess what I wanted to do with the show I was talking about is like, it'd be more about like the personal side of like these content creators because like, yeah, like you said, like I know a lot about Dratnos because I've raided with the guy for 5 years. I don't know shit about Dorky or like any of these other people that I've played with since BFA. Like I don't know anything about these guys.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Oh yeah, the Dratnos thing. That's what I was gonna say. He'd be interesting because I also learned on that interview like years ago that he was from Ireland.
Oh,
Which I had no idea. Or
Is that where he's
Scotland.
from?
Maybe I'm making shit up. I'll edit this part out. I don't want to.
I have no idea where he's from. I just know
No,
he
apparently
had
he's, like,
he's got like
from
these old
Ireland or
YouTube
something.
videos with an accent and
Mm-hmm.
he says words funny. Like he says bean instead of bin.
Bean is hilarious.
And so it's
He
like
should sell a bean merch, just a bean.
he'd probably get a
This
lot.
is where
for that.
have you been?
Yeah.
I'd buy one.
Yeah, I actually didn't. I have no idea where he was from. I never really thought about it.
I might have made it up. I don't know.
Nah, it could be.
Maybe it was
I'll
in
ask
a
him.
dream.
I'm gonna see him on Thursday.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we're doing.
Oh, did
like
you guys live all nearby?
No, we're doing like a big guild meetup because there was no BlizzCon this
shit.
year.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, it was fun. We did it last year too. It was really fun. It's really nice.
Do an internet friends meetup.
Yeah.
The only person I've met, I think, is actually Rule. Which is funny because I only met them like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a year or two ago, and I've had people I played with for like 5 years that live like an hour away from me. I
don't want to meet these people. I've met a lot of people from WoW at this point. It's nice to like put a person to the person, you know.
Damn, I've sunk so low in my chair. Holy shit! I started out up here, man.
Yeah, I've been there. It's hard to sit up straight for so long, man. Even though it's good for you.
Do you do that when you die in a key where you sink like 6 inches lower?
I feel like I'm mostly reclined in keys all the time anyways, so it's like,
oh, that's good.
There's not much lower I can go without like falling out of my chair.
I don't stream with camera, but sometimes I'm like, damn, I wish I did, because like I forget what
keeps you like accountable, because
on.
whenever I stream with my cam, if I start like sinking lower and lower, I'm like, oh, I have to
the
sit
posture.
up.
Yeah. There was I like died to some frontal and then got rezzed into a swirl. And then it was just one of those times when you just like get rezzed twice and keep dying.
Yeah,
and I was like so far like down in my chair, and you could hear it on my mic. I sounded so far away. I was like, guys, I'm not coming back.
Dude, I'll have that happen sometimes, and people say, "Where'd you go?" Like, I'm still here, man. I'm just like I'm down there,
far away, man. The mental. I say that a lot with the resilient keys. I'll be like, the key is resilient, but our mental is not.
Yeah, it's not.
Like if you keep. I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
Do you have a record on like how many tries on a resil key?
We're in
how many hours or something maybe?
After we got resilient 20s, we did 2 5-hour sessions of Priory before we won. So it's like, I don't know, however many Priory attempts you can do in 10 hours.
Damn. Yeah.
A lot, I guess.
And who have you been playing with? You've been playing with Dorky this season, right?
So yeah, I was
On
playing
the
with
TGP?
Dorky after TGP, and then he didn't want to tank anymore, and so I was ejected because he picked Moonkin instead of DK. And then
no, that's what I was gonna say. He probably swapped to Moonkin. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got picked up by
Unlucky.
I don't know what to call him because I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but he Rabaness and Say, they're like the third NA team. So
nice.
It's been really fun. They're actually really fun to play with. They're really nice people. So I got really lucky.
That's awesome. That's like the most important. Is like, at least to me, I don't know.
No,
like
I agree. I've been saying this for a long time, and like I also had this experience last season when I went to EU for like 3 weeks.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I would rather be like not rank 1 with my friends than rank 1 with like random people, because I don't know, it's just like way more enjoyable to just play with people I enjoy playing with. Like, the score is kind of irrelevant.
I feel like, yeah, I agree with that a lot. Like, I'd rather deplete keys with people like cracking up, laughing, and like, obviously, like, you can't play with people that are like, if there's too much of a difference of your skill level, either way, like if they're way better than you or way worse, it becomes like frustrating. But as long as you're all like similar, and can have a good time, and like when you do something stupid, it's like a funny thing that happened, and not like, how the fuck did you even?
How did
like,
that even
I don't know,
happen?
people that like immediately angrily read you a death log when you fucked up, and you're just like, I know I fucked up, man. Like, give me a sec. Like, you don't have to tell me.
I know I could have
everyone.
lived. You could just, I know, you just let me, we'll just go again. No, I get it.
I try to collect people. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Like I try to collect people that like, I don't know, when they fuck up, the first thing that they say is always like, oh, I should have imaged. Yeah. And not like, why don't you have threat on this mob? Like, the first line of like questioning should always be like, look, what buttons did I have? Even if it's like, I'll say things that don't even make sense. Like, oh, I should have saved kick for the mob that you marked as your kick. Like, no, obviously not. But
that
like,
one maybe not.
No, but just to not be like, how did you miss your kick?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You're like, oh, I could have done this, or I should have health potted during the AoE, like, which you said we were gonna link.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we had
Or just always to say what you could have done for next time. I
yeah,
guess.
that's how I try to play it all the time is what could I have done
Mhm.
differently. And I do that too where I'm like, oh, I could have not done this thing 4 minutes ago so that I could have had it here. And it's like,
Right.
that doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's like you were dead without it 4
Yeah.
minutes ago. But yeah,
We had
for sure.
a moment like last week where we did like the paladin pull in priory and we were like a little tight on time, so we're like, okay, we're gonna do it all in one instead of doing it in two, and we like almost won, and then my tank melded and everybody just kind of just started chuckling. But it's like, you know, some groups would be like, why the fuck did you press meld, like how can you even make that mistake? And it's like, well, I don't know, it just
Right.
happens, man.
Yeah, I have a good clip of that too, because I track everything. So I'm one of those people that the Omni CD is like out of control. But in my defense, I literally call like random shit from people all
Mhm.
the time. Like, and I used to play AUG a lot.
Yeah.
So I feel like when people ask for my Omni CD, I'm like, you don't want this? I'll give it to you, but like you don't fucking
You really
want
don't
this.
want
Like,
this.
you don't need to know if your priest has fade. But like I will sometimes be like, release because you need to fade through or what, like just
Yeah.
random niche things. I don't mind having a super cluttered to the left
Dude,
of
my
frames.
UI is a mess right now. I gotta fix it.
Is it? I was gonna say your party frames are nice.
I like
like
the
how
left
small the
half of my
defensives
UI.
are.
The right side of
Okay.
my UI is a disaster.
Is it with the cast bars?
Yeah, I've got like 9 different cast
Here, should
bars.
we
I
do
got the
a-
timers. I've got like my focus
pulling
kick.
it up.
It's a mess. It's so bad.
Oh, should we not look at it or should we look at it?
No, go feel free.
Okay. Let's see. What part are you talking about?
You'll have to like run it back to like
kinda,
go to the first poll and you'll see what I
First
mean.
poll?
Like
Okay.
if just like the right half is a mess, and then like my plates are kind of a
computer's-
mess.
We'll go like actually to the. I was trying to skip the skip part, but that's fine. Computer's gonna blow up.
I don't know. I'm happy with like the command center on the left side of my screen, but the right side,
Yeah,
it
it
needs
looks
to get
good.
cleaned up.
I like the stops and the kick.
I set it up that way
Oh,
for
nice
AUG
over
because I
there.
was like, this is.
Mhm. It looks like an
It's-
AUG
I need it
UI,
all
yeah.
in one spot, and then I had
Mhm.
my frames down below, like my action bars. So it was like, I don't know.
I
it
like
was
the
like there was a lot
Blizzard
of
action
space.
bars. They're kind of sick.
Yeah,
I really want to go back to that.
I don't like using like the big weak aura packs, but now I'm starting to think
Mhm.
like it would definitely help with some of the clutter.
I like them specifically because
Oh,
I
this is
play a
bad.
lot of. Oh no!
Sorry.
what happened?
I
There
just
you go.
I didn't even turn off like the pack in the middle, so I have literally 2 sets of cast bars. Like this is
That's what I was
absolute
gonna
disaster.
say. Was it the cast bar? Yeah, whatever. You gotta know their cast in it.
That's true. Do I need to know in 2 spots though? Probably not.
You won't miss it. I like the duration silence sigil in the middle. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, that thing is nice. We got that last TGP because it was just like I needed to know when sigils were going to go off, and I needed to know if we're changing or whatever. So it was nice.
Mm-hmm. That's true. The double cast bars might be. A bit,
It's bad. I got rid of the ones right in the very middle.
makes sense. Ooh, the swift.
Yeah,
shapeshift.
yeah. I definitely meant to eat that trap for sure.
You know, I was playing Paladin a bit in the beginning of the patch. You know, you can pre-freedom that
Oh, and just walk
on
through
you
all of
and
them.
someone else. No, sorry. That yes.
Oh.
But his thunderclap. If you have freedom
Oh.
rolling, you're immune to it, so you
That's
don't take
kinda
damage.
nice.
So you could every second one you could pre-freedom yourself and the healer,
That's
and then
kinda
if
nice.
there's traps out, then you could horse through all the traps too and
Mhm.
bop the bleed, dwarf the bleed.
That's
There's
kind
a
of
lot
nice.
you could do on a paladin. It's kind of
Yeah, that
sick.
class is kind of OP.
It really is, especially in like my key level where everything fucking blows up right away. It's
Yeah.
like no ramp for you. I'm killing all the shitters. Priory's like, how do you feel about Priory?
I think it's probably one of my favorite dungeons this patch. I think it's actually really good.
It is nice. I
think
love
that, like,
Floodgate too.
There's a lot of problem with it because I don't know, like you're just doing like a minute of stops every single pull. I think that's pretty bad, but like the dungeon
Oh,
itself
yeah.
is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. Like Priory with old stops, or maybe just less casters.
Yeah, less casters would be fine. Or I mean, if
Or
it
longer
worked like old
lockout.
stops, like that would actually be. This would be probably like one of everybody's favorite dungeons. And then yeah, I also like Floodgate. I know that healers don't like Floodgate because
Hmm.
I don't know, it's fucking hard, and it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's like unfair, but it's kind of like unfair. And then, but I like it because we're pulling 15 mobs every single pull.
Yeah, I have a theory that if you just add 10 shitters like to a lot of pulls throughout the dungeon, suddenly everyone's gonna
Everybody
love these
likes
dungeons.
the dungeon. Yeah,
It's
agree.
always the Cinder Brew, the Priory.
Yeah,
They're like, it's like the big pull, and then the DPS find the reason somewhere. No, we like this because of the whatever. I don't know.
yeah.
My unholy DK friend, I always make fun of. Like, do you like? What if I blacklist footman damage? Do you still like this key? He's like,
I still like it. It's still
definitely.
good.
It's a great key. Oh, do you pull these light spawns? I see you marking stuff.
Yeah, we
Mm.
I don't know. This was my first time doing the key with them, and I hadn't done it since we were on TR, and we were doing like a whole new route, so I was just kind of along for the ride.
Oh, okay. Got you. Nice. This mob is like crazy. The reflect shield.
Yeah, this mob is, I don't want to
Oh,
say
with the light spawn.
it's like
This is
unfair or
nuts.
anything, but it is definitely a fucking hard mob for like no reason.
Right. I'm so afraid of these light spawn guys.
Dude, they're tough. They're tough. The suck just hurts so fucking bad.
Mhm. I made a weak aura for melds on this. Actually, for a lot of things, but specifically for these, when you're like healing pugs
Mm-hmm.
and they don't defensive and they're like, don't meld it. You're like, bro, I really thought you were gonna feign. I don't know why I think people are gonna feign it, but it seems like kind of.
I don't know.
You got a
To me,
giant
that's
beam
like,
on you.
yeah, you'd think that like, I don't know. It's like common sense basically to like
Mm-hmm.
not get sucked by this beam that hits me for my entire fucking health bar.
Yeah.
There's so much
So
stuff that I'm like, oh man, I can feign this. Like
uh,
this is sick.
Oh my god, so much. And there's a talent that removes poisons and diseases, which I guess isn't really that big a deal this season, but
Mhm.
it's kind of sick to have as a hunter. But yeah, I made like a weak aura pack that I send to all my friends that help them with their racials and feigns and invises. And like I'm like, here, you're playing your ult, but like I'm gonna send you this pack, and I
Mhm.
know if you have a debuff that you can dwarf, I know there's an icon that says dwarf, so like I don't have to call for it or anything.
Yeah,
It's very helpful.
that is.
I almost
nice.
want to like force pugs like when I'm healing. Like you could delete it after, but take this fucking pack for Christ, and please feign that.
Please do something.
Like I don't want to pain sup you when you could feign.
Yeah,
Please.
dude. Some people are just
Yeah,
not
this
knowers.
dungeon's
They
hard.
just don't know. I found that to be the case. Like last night, there was so much stuff that I was playing with Forgy, and it was like you could dwarf that, and I'm thinking about it, and it's like, how does he know he could dwarf that? He doesn't. Like most people don't.
Yeah, that's part of why I like playing PTR. Even though you do get a little bit burned out, I make my own plater profile and I make a lot of like weak auras and shit.
Mhm.
And I kind of just like having it ready for my friends when the season starts. I'm like, all right, guys, I scouted out a little bit. Here's like, I'm kind of over the top with my plater, I'll admit.
Mhm. Yeah, I just let
But I
Gendies do all the
rename-
work, and then
Yeah, that's good. I literally rename like everything. Like all these smites I think I just renamed to like, or I just renamed them to smite, and then the fireballs I just named like bolt. So basically like any dungeon you go into, there's just a bunch of mobs that cast bolts or volleys
yeah.
or like heals or whatever. And I just make it like super simple for everyone.
No, I think that's good.
Which it's not even like a lot of people don't like, not a lot of people use it. It's just like me and like 5 of my friends.
Yeah,
But I know that it's helpful because I know we're looking at the same information
yeah.
a lot of the time.
I have
Whereas like, yeah.
like, I don't know, all my nameplates, like I slowly renamed them over TGP to like be simpler because I don't like the shortened names like plugin or whatever that like auto shortens things, because a lot of the time it like names them something that I don't find like useful. But I started going through and like manually renaming everything this season, and I kind of like it, so I'll probably keep doing that. Similar to like renaming bolts and heals and stuff. That sounds pretty good actually.
I call it like building my Pokedex kind of, because it's like, all right, I'm in the M0, I'm stealthing around on my Guardian Druid, I'm looking at things, I'm like, okay, what does this do? And then you open the MDT, you look at the abilities, I'm like, all right, this mob is a shitter mob, it's now gray. And you can actually, if you replace the name with a spacebar, you could remove their name.
Oh,
which is a little over the top as well. But like the feetmen, like I don't need
Mhm.
to see feetmen, or footmen. I call them feetmen.
Uh-huh.
But I don't need to see like 10 feetmen on my screen. So I just replaced it with a space, and then it's just like less info.
That's good.
Let me show you actually. Do a little show and tell here. Remove this. I'm getting a little faster at using this program.
Yeah, this is good. Smooth.
Thanks. It's easier when there's if you do it with 3 people, because then like you and the other person start chatting, and then no one notices me tabbing around. Share this tab instead. All right, so definitely do not judge my gameplay,
Okay.
because this is the day 1 of the Destrolock. But to give you an idea, oh, I'm like buying enchants and shit. Where's the key? Okay. All right, there we go. Boom. But you'll see the plater. So like that guy just renamed a robot. Like red is like the big prio mob always,
Mm-hmm.
and then like blue and purple's kind of like tank whatever. Usually like you would never focus kick. Like the light blue is always a focus kick,
Mm-hmm.
which I won't be doing because I'm just gonna trust them to kick.
Yeah, they got us.
Yep. I missed
Lance's
the oh yeah, the little bar. It turns red when you should like pre-move kind of. Of course, I pull
Nice.
up the floodgate. Nice. And then my party frames I made myself too. It's just LVI, but I have like 4 different weak aura groups that are like
Mhm.
top right, top left. Oh, you can't see my mouse, but you see what I mean. Not really a good example. But yeah, so there's always like the one red mob is like you should just target that. Though here I should be blowing up his scaffolding that he's standing on for sure. Surveyor. I think yeah, like everything's just shoot or beam or whatever.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh wait, this was like I'm gonna this
Oh,
gate.
shit.
I was kind of
We're
proud
making
of this
plays.
gate, man. I'm kidding. I could have coiled him, but I was rooted in the fire. Like I'm dead through wall for sure. Holy shit. Gate into the link.
That's slick.
What a thing to tap
play.
into. No one noticed it, I don't think. I was like, I gotta get out of here. Good thing I still have from Shadowlands, I have at cursor gate keybound to my mouse. And then take gate keybound as well. You know what else is crazy about Warlock is you can kick while casting.
Yeah, it's really nice. 'Cause
That's
it's not
like-
tied to you. It's so nice because,
It's
dude,
wild.
the worst thing is like you get called for a kick or whatever, and you're like right at the end of your cast. But if you finish your cast, it's going off. And now I just wasted like 2 seconds of my life. What am I
it's
supposed to
brutal.
do? But
And what are you gonna say? No, like
sometimes, yeah, I might.
not doing that. Yeah, Warlock is like insane. Honestly, I don't know how it works at like high end stuff. Well, you're saying you're playing it in TGP Cinderbrew, so
Yeah, we were just playing
can't
it
be that
because
bad.
like
Was that because of the spec rule thing? or
yeah,
was it
well,
just good
partially.
enough?
It's just like it was really good in that dungeon because
Mhm.
it did a lot of uncapped damage.
I got
But then
hit
I
by
think
the
that
harpoon.
they ended up playing Moonkin in the end, anyways. So it's like all
Oh,
for
yeah.
nothing, I guess, kind of. But I don't know. It was really good on like the first pull. I was doing like 40 million DPS. It's like, you know, how can you say no to that? It's
Yeah,
just like
I was excited to
good
do
target
Cinderbrew,
counts.
but we wiped after my trinket situation, and then we
Incident,
never went back in. So
Yeah.
I still have a 0 for Cinder on
That's
this guy.
tough.
Oh man, I should Shadow Fury. Oh, the Shadow Fury was too late, dude.
It's over.
Oh,
The key's
no.
over. Go 11.
Oh no. I also have this problem where I'll just Chaos Bolt the Prio Mob all the time.
I think that's good, to be honest. Like
I think it's good too, but
you
then
have
people are
such
like,
good shard
your
gen.
Warlock is a rat. I'm like,
Yeah, but look
yeah,
at
but
the
I'm,
damage
I'm
to
also
the mob
not
that needed to
padding a lot of
die.
the time. Yeah. Safety gate. Oh wait, we had another situation over here. This was actually fucking hilarious. And again, let me know if you gotta go. This is like bonus
Bonus.
looking at my VOD. I tricked you into free VOD review.
Perfect.
We snap all these things. Somehow we die. I think it was my fault, but we could skip. Yeah, I'm dead. It's when we pull it the next time is fucking hilarious. So I'm on my little warlock steed, right? I body pull this boss, still mounted. My healer gets healer threat, and then we have no res, so we got to reset. So it's me, the shaman, and the tank are in Discord together, and then the rest are just like randos. So we have no res, so we're like summon.
Dude, this is good utility.
It is, man. I got a bound on the Opie wheel, and I think I canceled it because I don't know. What do you think about this fight? I think this is actually one of the cooler fights this
I think it's
expansion.
good. I think some of the overlaps, like the Bront charge with the shit on the floor, and I have to like try to cross to clear bombs is ass. But
Mhm.
I mean, that's a skill issue, not an issue of the fight.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's pretty good.
dude,
I
that was
enjoy
brutal.
it.
Did you see? Did you see
Yeah,
what
she
just
flew over
happened
your
there?
head. Yeah, it's rough.
Right at the end of the
I've had
chaos
that
bolt.
happen
I wanna
too many
die.
times to count.
Chaos bolt is just such a long cast.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's not bad once you get full gear. Like, it feels pretty good. You see, this is exactly what I'm
Bro.
talking about.
Wait, look at the gate.
It's a good gate.
I was in a panic. I'm casting nothing. I swear for 10 seconds. Look, I'm just running around. I'm trying to cataclysm.
Dude,
I
I've been
think I
there.
missed.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
Also, the Havoc now is like a proc, or unless that's
Yeah,
just
it's
a
kind of nice.
talent.
You talent into it. It's either you can have the hard one or you can have a proc, and the proc has like way higher uptime.
I kind of like it, but I also maybe I need a weak aura to like tell me it happened because I don't notice it sometimes.
Yeah, I have.
And there's that
just, like,
spell Soulfire.
I stole it from Kalamazi's pack. It's just like
Oh, okay,
it just pops up the Havoc icon whenever it procs.
makes sense. Oh, also the Imp Dispel is crazy. Probably in Cinderbrew, actually, you were using it, right?
Yeah, it was
For
really
that,
good in the first
second
area
boss?
and the second boss,
Oh yeah,
and it was
True.
good for the snap into the last boss. It was actually just good everywhere. I was fucking swapping pets every 2 minutes in that key.
I was using it in last boss Rookery. I didn't get that far in Cinder. We died in first room, but oh wow, the health difference on these mobs is rough. Oh, see that thing that popped up? That when I get the debuff, I'm targeted. See, it says dwarf.
Ah,
So I just ran over and dwarfed it insta. I guess I
That's
didn't need to
good.
wall if I was gonna do that, but
No, it's good to be safe.
I was trying to use my imp to spell a last boss Rookery, but my imp is so short that
Oh, you can't see over the
height wise. Yeah, so I'm trying to.
You have
I'm
to
trying
park
to pet
them on the
move.
corners.
Yep, exactly. I was like, maybe I should stand on that little point on the edge, summon him, and then like plant him so he could see the whole battlefield.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
It's rough. I
Hmm.
don't know. I love Imp Dispel, but it's so finicky for so many different reasons that I just fucking hate trying to use it sometimes.
Yeah. I also think it's kind of unfair that Demo Lock is like the one that's around the demons, and you can't do Imp Dispel because your pet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like
'cause you're
all
stuck
the
with your Felguard
non-demonology
perma.
ones, it seems like kind of unfair, right? Like thematically,
You'd
I
think.
think you could just summon an imp and do it. But
You'd think. But I try not to do too much of that, Too much thinking. It's not good for you.
true. It's bad for the damage.
Yeah.
Let's see. This not first boss, but this mama boss would have been sick if I had my infernal. I think I die here though. Damn, I can't believe of all the things I could show you on the podcast, I'm making you watch my warlock gameplay. Like one of the best dogs ever. Like, why don't you watch my Destro Lock play?
Dude,
My
Destro is
630
probably my
lock.
favorite ranged spec that isn't Moonkin. I love playing
It's kind of
Murloc.
sick, honestly.
I
Yeah.
love playing it.
Like I might play this.
That's why when they were like, "Oh, can you play this for Cinderbrew?" Like, yeah, I sure can, man. I love that spec.
Happy to.
Yeah.
Also,
good.
I don't really understand. So the Wither dot is a
Mhm.
lot of the damage. I noticed. I didn't have it on a lot of the mobs there for a while. But do you manually apply it between cataclysms in that situation? You
No,
think?
you're supposed to take CDF and then it
Oh,
bridges
really?
you between catas.
the channel demon fire. It like
Mhm.
shoots all the
Yeah.
and extends it. Okay. I just looked up the Murloc build. Maybe I'm fucked up.
I'll link you some talents in here.
Hell yeah.
Hop on and link some
The
talents.
Tarisant build.
I just yoinked it from everybody else. I'm not creative.
So like I saved it there for when the ad spawned. I just manually put on the boss. But it's weird because I'm used to immolate.
Mm-hmm.
So like to have a stacking dot is weird, but you don't really interact with the stack number, right?
No,
It's
you just
either
apply
on
it.
or
It's the same
off.
as applying like corruption, but it takes
Mhm.
the spot of immo.
Okay. And then Soulfire is really a weird. I've never pressed that until yesterday.
So you just press it whenever it procs, and it's just one soul shard.
And never hardcast because the hardcast is like an hour.
Yeah, the
long.
hardcast is an hour long.
Like I pressed it once, I was like, this doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
So I changed the weak aura to just glow. It's on like the bottom right of my center pack there. When it glows, it's you press. If it's not glowing, I don't press. But that when you have a Havoc out and you get a Soulfire, that's like a lot of shards. I've noticed. Oh, I'm also a complete terror in my group because I put gates down every like 30 seconds for
Mhm.
myself almost. Like even if it's on cooldown, I'll just put one down and then people keep clicking them on accident. Going flying.
Bang, share, copy to clipboard.
Oh, hell yeah.
Try that.
Oh, nice. All right, I'm going to save this.
You can change.
Wait, Jonathan just sat down at his computer.
Oh shit. There's like one free point in there on the class tree.
Oh, okay.
It's the fear in place. I just keep it because
That's
then it's
good.
easy for skipping.
Does that affect Mortal Coil or do they still
No,
flee with
those will
Coil?
still run.
Because I use it as a heal a lot, and I guess I should target like a lieutenant mob with it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been a couple times when I coil to heal, and I have a Havoc out, and suddenly there's just two little mobs like running in random directions.
Yeah. It's rough.
But
and
that's
then,
good, yeah.
Yeah, when it randomly Havoc's like a shooter, and now that thing's never coming back to the pack, it's like, well,
Yep.
I did that.
Huh. Still can't believe I got you watching my Destro lock on
No,
Forge.
it's good.
So I have a like an indicator. You know have you used the ghost auras in Plater?
No, what is that?
It's like, so if you look, see how here they all have that like wither icon above it?
Okay.
It's like a large gray icon when it falls off. It's kind of hard to see specifically with that icon.
Uh-huh.
I use it when I play Shadow Priest. It has like a big gray like Shadow Word Pain icon.
Mm-hmm.
Just to tell me like, hey, this mob doesn't have it. And I was trying it out on Destro, but I don't know. So I should have that Demon Fire thing then, because I notice it falls off.
Yeah, so it's like
in AoE.
You'd kata so that everything has it, and then instantly send CDF, and then it'll last for like forever.
That'll just cover you till the next kata.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That makes sense. Because yeah, that's a lot of. I was looking at the overall. I was like, what the fuck is this wither?
Yeah, it's really good.
Why is it more than my Rain of Fire? But here, I think my thought process was save the kata for we're jumping down next.
Yeah, a lot of the time that's
like,
what I end
I'll
up
just
doing. Is just you
reapply.
hold your kata and then you just use CDF if you need to extend it more.
And then I also noticed if you kata and then immediately, what the fuck is that? Next to Infernal, you see that purple guy?
Malevolence,
the 1 minute. Yeah, if I was pressing kata and then that like same global, and it wasn't affecting it because they didn't have the debuff.
Oh, because
yet.
it hadn't applied yet. Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'll do like a Rain of Fire in between, or if it's during the Infernal, I'll do kata Infernal Malevolence. Does that make sense? Like is that the right order? Okay.
Yeah, that is what you're supposed to do. So it's like kata, CDF, Fern.
Oh, duh. So CDF would fill that. So that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Got it. And that's like a haste buff, right? Malevolence?
Yeah, it's like 8% haste or something. The main thing is that every shard adds a stack of wither, so you get up to like 30 stacks of wither on everything.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I was wondering. The number goes up and down, and I don't really know why.
And so it's when
like,
it
do
hits,
I interact with this at all? I don't
when
know.
it hits 8 stacks, well, it has a chance to like always proc this, but when it hits 8 stacks, it's guaranteed to proc the consumption part of it, and then it'll tick down until there's only 1 stack left. But then it like randomly gains stacks, and then when you press Malevolence, every shard is worth a stack.
Nice. Okay. I like it. Should I Cataclysm single target?
Nah, well,
No.
kind of probably not. I think you just wither, and then like Soulfire will do most of your extending. In like this.
Soulfire? Oh, okay. That
yeah,
new
whenever you get the
button, right?
proc, it will just like refresh your wither for you.
Oh, that's right. I did notice that. Okay, that makes sense.
But otherwise, yeah, you just hand refresh it. You like don't press Kata on one target.
Hmm. Oh no, my ammo fell off.
It's over.
Please refresh.
We lost.
Please refresh. Oh no, I'm cataclysming. This fight, I was definitely just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
A lot of these
Gotta
fights are
move.
like hard to. I wouldn't say hard to like learn how to do on other classes, but it's like, you know, if you're used to having like short casts and then you log in
Hover.
and you have to chaos bolt. Now all of a
Used to
sudden the
hovering
game's
around
really
the
hard.
pole.
Yeah, it's a good sigil.
Oh, up on the roof.
Yeah.
I hate this corner. Oh no,
It's a
the
good Kata.
cataclysm. Shouldn't even press it anyway. Rough. Yeah, I need a like a excuse me, like a weak war that reminds me to see. I press Malevolence, but I'm now desynced from the Infernal.
That's
and
fine.
gonna
It
fuck
gets
me up.
desynced sometimes a little bit. You just
Oh, is
wait
it?
and sync
Okay.
them back up. But for the most part, you just
Gotcha.
kind of want to press it on cooldown. And you want to also, like, you don't want to spend your shards before you press it.
Oh, because the shards will, during that window, they add more?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So you want to enter that, like, not overcapping, but, like, as close as you can, kind of?
Yeah, pretty much.
Makes sense. Oh, I think the end of this pull is actually kind of funny. My tank starts trolling me.
Was he gripping you
Let's
around?
see. Yeah. Everyone dies. I think everyone dies here. I live because I'm probably about a health pot. My weak core is telling me to health pot. I have balls of steel and I'm not doing it.
My healer's got me.
Yep. There you go. There's the pot.
My healer's full health. When's he going to fill my bar?
He's for I don't know how long. This might be where I drain life. This is what I drain life. Look at my health.
Apparently
it's
it's
going up
not
during
bad.
the AoE. This is crazy. Oh, and the bigwigs timer, this took me so long to do. You see that bar? I stole that bar from someone, but I custom renamed all the spells this season. So they're just frontal
Dude,
instead
that
of like
is
whatever
a lot
it's
of
called.
work.
It was a lot. I was zoned out listening to a podcast. It did it over the course of like weeks. Just when I was bored, I would rename them. But it is done. See, I could beat people in single target, but I need everyone to die.
Yeah. That tends to help.
Tech. Wait, watch. Okay, this is where he fucking... I don't know if you could hear the sound. I don't know if it goes through or not. I do a short gate so I don't yank anyone. Who the fuck? Hey, yo, please. I need to cast one chaos. Hey! I don't know if you can hear it, but
yeah.
I was basically just screaming. Like, hey, yo.
I need one. Let me cast one.
One fucking chaos bolt, man. Then we pull the bubbles. But yeah, if they just made his, like, they could have just taken away his true sight, and then it would be cool to have a rogue, you know?
Yeah.
Or like there's probably some warlock gate shit you could do too.
There's lots of
Water
stuff.
walking gate skip maybe.
Yeah. I wish that there was, I don't know. I always feel like bad when they scrap their ideas, even if they were fucking horrible ideas, because I feel like they could have just reworked him and made him like maybe more enticing as a mob. But then, like, what do you do to this mob besides turn it into a melee mob that does nothing to make it actually something people want to play?
You could like double its count, reduce its damage by 30%.
If this thing was worth 40 count, everyone would be playing bubbles all the time.
Right. That's what I mean. If they want
Yeah.
people to play it,
Yeah.
or they could just put them in the corner, and then if you want to play it, you can.
Yeah. They could have put the architect in the way, I guess, and then put him where the architects are.
Yeah. I held Infernal, I think, this whole poll. I was like, I'm not infernaling bubbles. That was a crazy
If I
call.
drop it on bubbles and I die, then I'm just gonna be depressed. So I'm not pressing.
True. That's real. Also, something I learned all the way at the end here. Well, I learned this earlier, but I tell everyone all the time is that these lines
They stun you.
do not. They stun you. Yes.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
I
No,
also learned that.
no, they don't target healers.
Oh yeah.
So
You're
you
supposed
want
to,
everyone whenever
everyone
I'm
baits,
healing,
like,
people
right.
chase me. They chase me all around town. I'll move like to the corner where I'm like,
Mhm.
surely there's no one here, and then like
They'll find a
someone in
way.
melee. Yep. They fucking blink over to find me. They're like, I want to go hang out with Nar over there. What's he doing?
But yeah, I found out that they stun you but don't do extra damage when you get stunned, so that was cool.
Oh, interesting. They just stun you. They won't like one shot
Uh-huh.
you. Huh. It's good. Little coil for HP there. I don't even know if it does that much, but it feels like it does.
Coil
Dude, it
is
wouldn't let me
20%.
gate. I've been trying to gate this last 4 seconds. It wouldn't let me put it down there. I was freaking out. Wait, let me see.
My tank's dead.
Oh, wait, that's right.
Is that
Right,
supposed
Rule
to
just
happen?
answered me. I'm trying to get Rule to pop in to say hi for 1 minute, but he's mentally drained. Yeah.
That's okay. I can give him a
So
call
what's
also.
going? What do you guys do with the? You can join the call. Is that what you said?
No, I can give him a call later also if he's
Oh, yeah, there you
if he's
go.
a busy guy.
Yep. I don't know.
What do we do
People
with
always
the-
steal the tank circle. Is what tanks always yell. Should you just, as a
Oh.
tank, like assume someone's stealing yours?
I don't know. We
As VDH, I feel like you
give
can kind of
melee
run around.
ones to the melee, and then the ranged go do anything else.
So your melee is what, like an unholy DK, and then
Yeah, unholy in
the
the tank.
yeah.
So like they'd get the two that the boss is right next to now, and then all the rest of these are fair game.
I try to just take like a very far one. Like, see,
Yeah.
that's on me. I just like gate the fuck out of the pole. I'm like, surely this isn't the tank.
No, I think
right?
that's good. Yeah.
Oh, you know what else is insane is the Warlock teleport pad that you can put down.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
I always forget to put one down, and then I'm like, damn, I wish I had a port, because
Yeah.
that'd be really good here.
I started putting them down just like randomly.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, what boss was it? I don't even remember. Not this one. There's one that you had to stack for, and I was just like, I'm putting this here. Oh, I put it down in a Theater of Pain, actually. I put it on the edge of the room, and then I baited the frontals like to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, like, anytime I was in danger, I'm just port back over there. Does anyone you play with ever kick each other in the PvP section of Theater of Pain, or is that just
No,
my
everybody's
friends?
locked in trying to win. I feel like last night I got hodged when I was in the Zav arena with
No.
my friends. I was like, okay,
That's fucked
now
up.
what am I supposed to do?
I have like 3 or 4 clips of me just screaming, "Why would you kick me?" Like, I'm playing AUG. I'm letting you're gonna win. Like, I'm letting you win. I'm literally just trying to build up my
Yeah, I'm trying
the
to
little procs
get
on
some
the side. I don't
procs,
even know what they're
yeah.
called. Yeah, I'm like, I'm trying to buff you more.
Why
when
would
we
you
go
kick
up,
me?
like, why are you doing this to me?
They just don't get it.
And,
They could never understand.
Yep. Next time we go down, I'm gonna tip the scales, fire breath this fucking guy, sleepwalk him, and just slash dance.
Yeah.
Oh, yo,
Yo.
I learned last week sleepwalk has no cooldown now.
Yeah, they changed it like
What the fuck?
earlier this patch, I think.
That's so weird. I mean, I'm not mad, but
That's kind of sick.
I was playing Ogden here, and the demolitionists, when they do their reload,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna upheaval. I was like, watch, I can solo this. So I was doing upheaval, sleepwalk, and then I was like tail swipe, sleepwalk, And then I thought I missed because my cooldown thing wasn't coming up.
Yeah.
And I use it so rarely that I'm never like looking at the cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
I usually just use it once and then it's up when I need it. But like, I was like, oh, my weak aura is broken. Maybe the spell ID is wrong now. And then I was like, I could just spam cast Sleepwalk.
Yeah, it's
fuck?
sick.
That's like kind of OP.
Yeah.
Like, I could just lock that guy down. I don't know.
Yeah, they changed it
Sure.
earlier this patch. It's actually like a useful button now. I mean, I guess it was always useful, but
Mm-hmm. It's kind of nice. It's good for skips. I saw someone use it in Cinderbrew, the double hobgoblin.
yeah,
You can
yeah,
sleepwalk
because they're
that,
attached to the scientist,
leader.
so you can pull it to the
Mhm.
side.
You can move them wherever you want. Kind of sweet. All right, I won't hold you hostage in the warlock keys any longer. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, of course.
I
Thanks for the
appreciate
content.
it. Now I'm like, now I gotta play warlock. I got free coaching from Tarisant.
Holy shit.
All right. I don't think we're getting John, unfortunately.
Oh, that's
Maybe.
okay. I'll give him a call later.
Yeah, he'll reach out. He'll connect with you. But I really appreciate hanging out. You're very fun to talk to.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. I
I'll
appreciate
talk
it.
to you soon. I'll pop into your chat. I lurk in your chat sometimes, but I'm
I'm
not a
sorry to
big
hear that.
active chatter. Well, no, I pop in, see what's going on in there, you know. But if I'm not like super familiar with people, I don't usually like chat.
Mhm.
I like pop in and see what's up and then
Yeah.
move around. But I'll say hello next time I'm in there. And thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having
Thanks
me.
for-
This is very fun.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't really know how to end these, but
I,
check out. All right, there you go. The bar at the bottom. Follow Tarisant, Twitch and YouTube, and Twitter.
And Twitter.
LOL.
Yeah, there's a lot on my Twitter.
Like this good meme.
There's nothing on my Twitter.
Word. All right. See you next time.